Yeah, here we go.
We're back.
Hi.
We're back
That's
at
a
it
good
again at
greeting.
Krispy Kreme.
Does backflip into sign.
Yeah, backflips into the auger.
Proofs of the Augur, Session 4. Oh, I just
Session
realized
4?
I didn't write something down to prepare for to talk us in. Okay, here we wait. So we're gonna go improvise, which is the classic way. Okay, where we have left off, our party has gathered in the town of Doglaw, where after being separated from the rest of the network that spans the Echo Valley, um, they have retained both communications locally as well as um, power. Two things that should not be maintained while the city is disconnected from the network. Um, and these anomalies have brought in attention from various factions, such as the library, who wish to study and archive old world technology. It has attracted religious zealots who seek to use the nature of this augur program to as a way of communication or speaking to the motherboard itself, and it has caused people to become reliant on this supposed omniscient, all-knowing and all-seeing computer system called the Augur. The party has delved into the data well at the within the city walls, secretly separately from the library, and managed to uncover that it is in truth a computer system with a very large database connected to it. And retrieving the actual core of the system from the database, the has caused a citywide panic, as suddenly the augur no longer can be utilized by anyone of the people who had grown accustomed to having it at their disposal.
Woohoo! Yay, we
However,
caused chaos!
and as they and on their making their escape, they encountered a large red glowing scar like something that seemed to shimmer and glow and drip with some kind of red liquid or drops, gathered by some other machinery surrounding it. The party managed to escape fully to the surface just in time for them to bear witness to two Karakroft walkers begin to assail the city and specifically the library with cannon fire from their tall eight-legged walkers. Escaping into the city and attempting to hide within, the party took shelter with Mani, a figure that they had met previously at the who seems to have some interesting perspectives on the augur and its role here. And while sheltering with her, as well as Cap, the religious zealot, who may or may not have just been a scammer, the party was greeted by a group of Karakroft thugs, effectively, who had come and were demanding information on the augur and that it be handed over. After some tense negotiations and working things out, and also maybe almost sabotaging any attempts at diplomatically ending the situation, the party instead handed over what appeared to be a miniature device containing a similar red scar as floating in space as they found below ground in place of the auger. And through inspection with the auger and by an inspection of the auger by Z and Arida, Fitz's companion AI of some kind, they've determined that its original name given by those who created it was Zarathustra. And that the reason why that name is no longer in use is because the meaning was lost. Now, evening begins to push into the space of Doglaw. The danger has passed. The Caracroft forces have retreated, and and now the remaining town's guard, as well as the library, are starting to take more of a militaristic operation perspective of locking things down. As it currently stands, I believe Z and Fitz at least are still in the basement of Monty's house, analyzing the auger, while Verm and Kuro, if either of you wish to go to a different go somewhere else, and if you would like to choose somewhere to stay the night, you are welcome to do so.
So, we should discuss this, right?
All right. So are you gathering back together to discuss what your next steps are regarding everything?
First of all, my brain isn't actually fired up right now to actually just get into this. I'm just talking slightly outside of the thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think having a plan is a good idea. Last time we didn't have a plan, and we all know how that went.
Yeah, that's true. We have time to plan, so let's try to use it instead of going Havoc head first. To be honest, all 3 sessions just was somebody basically said charge, and then we followed, and then everything was messed up.
All
Was like repeated multiple times. Okay.
The four of you gather in Monty's basement as she cooks herself a simple meal, and realizes, oh, you're kind of staying. I guess I can make some more for everyone.
I feel like we shouldn't just, co-opt Monty's basement. She's been through so much because of us.
Yeah, I
I
think we
feel
kind of
bad.
traumatized them.
It's
Yeah.
Before
go
the
find-
conversation could start, really, though, Steel has slipped out somewhere when none of you were looking, and Show had a device on their belt blink at them, and after that they have left and not returned since. So it's just the four of you.
I'm sure they'll track us down when they decide to come back.
Yeah, they don't probably have the
especially
technology
having
for
more
that.
people on the same spot is not a good idea, to be honest. Especially when somebody's tracking down us, right?
We should look for a building that is empty and kind of abandoned since the
Whatever happened, to be honest.
Carrowcroft walkers attack city, building go boom. We should find a building that's nice and empty and use that as a temporary base, I think.
Base of operations. All right, tall creature. I like your thinking. Let's go.
Tall creature. Okay, yeah.
I still have
How
a question.
do you not know my name?
I have a question, actually, if you don't mind me asking. Monty says as she basically stir frying some vegetables.
Yeah. What is it?
What was that thing you handed over to Caracroft?
I don't have an answer for that, gonna be honest. Was it Show who found it?
Yeah,
It
it was
was.
Show who probably knew what it was than any of us, but
I
eh,
didn't know Show had it until Show pulled it out of their pocket and handed it over.
it's probably some bogey device. There's nothing bad that could probably happen with that, probably, hopefully. And if it does, it's not our problem. It's their problem.
Considering the way it floated in the air when it opened, I would say it's bad luck. So,
Yeah, red technology is usually the scary, ominous, bad kind, I think. Yeah.
what Arida said afterwards does have me a little bit worried, though.
You think we should try getting it back, or
I think we have more important things to worry about right now, like figuring out what we're doing.
yeah.
But it does seem like something we should be keeping in mind.
If you're
Also, considering it's... Oops, sorry.
no, it's fine. I was just gonna say that if you're looking for places that are abandoned, um, uh, if you're trying to get away from all the danger, there's obviously if you head up north towards the Rust Lake, there's a lot of buildings that are dilapidated out there that are beyond the city walls, but are unused because they are dangerous and remnant infested. And then obviously there is the forest south, into the secretest forest. Or you could try following the roads either into the mountains or uh, back west. Either way, if you're trying to get away, but I don't really know what you're doing because you have gotten yourselves into a whole lot of stuff that I don't know anything about, and it nearly got me killed.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
about
that.
that kill. Yeah, about that. We are kinda sorry. Kinda.
We're gonna try to make sure that doesn't happen again, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I
That
mean, I make no
was the idea
promises.
behind finding somewhere else to stay.
Yeah. Plus, if we have a place to stay, I could probably work on some things. A base of operations to make things for a change might actually be a better pace than just wandering around and yoinking stuff. I could definitely tinker with some things.
The ruined city that Moni mentioned does sound like a good option for a base.
Mhm.
Abandoned buildings are kind of my specialty, my preferred environment, and it's likely to have the network infrastructure already set up.
It's
All I
So
have
we
to
better
could
do is
than
find...
just
just
try
normal
to.
cities. There's a lots of place to climb, and I love that.
Well, I think we at least have a direction to go. Where's Ferm? I think we should all just head out together as best we can. I'm not gonna worry about Show and the quiet one. If they're smart enough to know how to infiltrate a building and ruin my plans, they probably know how to figure out where us. They'll probably just infiltrate and be silly as typical.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
leave a cryptic note of some sort.
Or we could just leave a note. Moni, if they come back looking for us, could you tell them where we went?
Of course. Um,
Also, if Carrowcroft comes back looking for us, do whatever it takes to keep yourself safe.
And if there's a one-eyed person, you didn't see me. Okay? Thanks.
okay.
That's not super ominous or anything.
Verm, where are you?
Um, I was, I'm not sure.
because I figured you were in the room, and then they said that you weren't there. So now I'm like, where did you want to be? Were you just in the room and they didn't notice you?
Yeah. Like, are you just out of
Probably.
sight?
Yeah, probably that's the reason.
Okay.
You're just chilling, having a snack, just going num num num.
They're over
Hey,
in the corner
carrot.
by Monty, watching very carefully as they stir fry the vegetables.
Yeah.
As she stir fries the vegetables.
Yeah.
Pronouns. They're fun.
Verm, as you are just kind of quietly observing, uh, you get some static feedback from the communicator that you deployed earlier that went to the giant figure. Just of something like of just
That's a
static
little
white
concerning.
noise almost.
Should I listen closer?
You would, if you would like to, try
Okay.
to focus out and hear if you see if you can hear anything or make anything out. Um, listen, putting it up to your ear and trying to like clear out the sound. You make out because this is your technology. You don't need to make a roll for this. You make out. We'll find you. There is no escape.
I need an adult.
It's the voice of the giant who attacked you this morning in the inn.
I'm going to say this, it's really scary, but at the same time, don't we need a plan to counter this thing?
Or are you like telling us about that? Or have we
Yeah,
heard the
only you know
communications
that.
too?
Only you, Verm, heard that. No one else did.
Oh, never mind. You said radio, so I thought it was a broadcast. Never mind.
No.
Yeah, they're
It's like
listening
Hey,
it's like more like
everybody.
They-
You know that guy from earlier that was chasing us?
Yeah.
The guy that I was hearing in my brain? He says he's gonna find us. It's a bit concerning.
Well, they can certainly try. Let's get to that base. Come on. Time to keep moving. Let's keep going. Come on. And I just like grab Verb. I grab the cat. I grab Fitz and I go.
The cat?
I'm
Kuro
trying
has
to
a
remember
name.
names. Give me a
That
moment.
is my child.
Yeah, I grab Kuro.
How dare you
Like,
do
come here.
that to them?
Meow, and then, yeah.
making your
Right.
way out into the streets of the city. People are pouring over the rubble, trying to find things that they can save. People are bemoaning the losses of their homes or places of business. Um, uh, it does seem that the loading zone where you stayed the night prior is still standing, though the building next to it that you escaped onto the roof of to escape did not survive. Um, you continue heading towards the north walls where you can try to get away and move away from the center of the city and out towards where it's more sparse and the buildings, the old world buildings, begin to pop up more. Um, as it and as you are doing so, you hear some sound um, moving. Something is moving very fast high up in the sky, and looking up you can see this trail of smoke soaring in your direction from the northwest.
Everything got really like on Havoc, didn't it?
Let me find my map so I can see what's northwest.
Northwest would include the Northern Oracle and possibly wandering cities.
Also, just like out of character, can I just say that I think it's a personal record that we're not even 5 sessions in and we've already half destroyed a city and crippled critical infrastructure?
Yeah.
I've never done that so quickly in a tabletop game.
Well, we're keeping the pacing quick because this is a short run campaign, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
So the Northern Oracle is sending planes towards us. Maybe.
Possibly.
It could also not be the Northern Oracle.
What would it be if it's not the Oracle, though?
It could be the library, it could be Carrowcroft, it could be some other something.
It could be something else entirely that we don't know, but that's just too far-fetched.
Yeah, if we don't know it, we should probably be on the safest side and just try our best to keep a distance, I guess. Be observant, right?
Let's not worry about it for now. It's so high up they probably can't see us unless they have very good eyesight.
Moving out beyond the city walls, you are allowed out, though you are warned by the guard. There are many remnant out there that we do not have control over, and it is uh not advised to go beyond the walls to the north. Um, do stay safe. Be
We are
careful and don't
aware,
drink
it's just-
contaminated water.
We are aware, but it's better than just basically sitting here and then waiting for this whatever that happened over there. I don't want to basically like that explosion happening in front of my eyes again.
I don't
I
have to
just
worry
kinda,
about
like, walk
contaminated
past.
water. I have a life straw.
I'm trying not to make attention. I'm just like, thanks, bye. I go now.
Moving out, it the sun is very much in the process of setting. Twilight is beginning as you make your way out into the landscape um of towering buildings, many of which are um halfway fallen, leaning on each other. Some are collapsed and blocking streetways. The raised road comes down and has a path for you to walk down to reach the ground level of the city. Um, uh, the furthest parts of the city are beginning to be sunken into the Rust Lake, known as such because the water has been colored brown as rust. And has been for as long as it is known. Several blocks of buildings are halfway sunken into the lake, but there's still plenty that are on dry land still.
That must be the contaminated water that guy was talking about.
One of those buildings that's halfway sunken into the lake might be a good option for a base. It would be difficult to get into. But
Therefore,
that
it's
can
going
be
to be
just as
good.
much of... Well, if we can find one that's still relatively stable and only has a way in from, say, another building, then the more difficult it is for us to get into it, the more difficult it is for the remnant or any enemies to get into it.
That is true.
only that, but if it looks like ruins out in the middle of nowhere, there's a good chance that no one's going to suspect anyone of wanting to live there. Having that said, we don't know if someone's already made a post in there, so we should probably at least check it out before we start making any roosts or whatever. Let's take a look.
All right,
Since it is getting dark, I would say probably the first thing we want to do is just find somewhere sheltered to camp for the night. And we can worry about fortifying and checking in on any potential neighbors tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is your goal to
So we're
find a
not
safe
going in the
spot or
building?
to create a safe spot?
For now, I think we should be finding a safe spot, and then
Yeah,
we
there's
can
not
make it
enough time to
safer
basically.
later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start
So
with a
probably.
somewhat safe.
So
But
how far away are you going from the road that you actually took to get here? Are you going like just one block over? Um. Are you? Um. Are you trying to get like as far in as you can before it starts to get dark?
I think we should just be looking for a building that looks sturdy.
yeah, because the amenities and everything could be made, but the buildings or the cover is not.
I don't want something that's going to fall down around my ears as soon as I take 2 steps into the lobby.
No,
Okay.
it's not gonna
So you're looking for something.
stable.
So yeah. So will someone take the lead on this and make an instinct roll?
Can I use my urban explorer thing
Yes.
that
If you
it
would like to
gives?
spend a hope to do so, you may.
I will do that then. And you said instinct roll?
Uh, yes. I'm also distracted because I need to squish a bot.
You need to
I
squish
got
a
it.
bot?
I did it. I got it.
Oh, thank you.
Hacker voice, I did it. I was like, wait a minute, I'm a moderator. Give me a moment.
Hey, I got a crit.
Oh, you got a
Bonk.
crit?
Yeah.
All right, so you gain a you gain a hope, can clear a stress. So tell me, what kind of shelter do you find?
Um,
Yeah, this is what's fun about DaggerHeart is I get to throw this at you. You tell me what you find.
so it's a building not quite on the main street, but sort of towards the back. And there aren't any ground level entrances, but there's a fire escape that you can go up 2 or 3 flights and then you find an open door. And inside is like it looks like it used to be an office building, so there's a lot of long hallways and concrete pillars, but most of the furniture inside has rotted away, so it's
Mhm.
mostly just empty.
Mm-hmm.
And
Plenty of rooms
through
that you manage to find. Some that you find a few rooms that are um the doors aren't in great condition, but you're able to find spaces where you can get inside and have security, and that the only way in is a way that you can control and easily monitor.
Mhm. Yeah, so the only entrance on the level that we are on is that fire escape. And then there's like a big open area, and then what might have previously been a storeroom or something. And I think that's a good spot to camp out.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a few windows that look down on the main street outside, so you can see the entrance to the alleyway where you had to come in from.
Which, checking down and watching, I'll just give you this as a freebie. You see a long-bodied remnant, no arms or legs, but just like 20 feet of metal body, moves its way by wiggling left and right to maneuver some of the streets below.
Oh gosh. Well,
The good thing those can't get up fire escapes.
the
A
bad thing
green
is that
core is present on its head.
Oh, it's one of the friendly ones. Okay.
the bad
Friendly
thing
in air
is
quotes.
I'll
Red
give you
is the
this as just a
concerning
heads
color.
up. Blue ones are programmed and maintained by people to be used in normal circumstances. Green means they are operating under instructions from the fallen ones, which can be either good or bad. For
so we
example,
don't
all of
know.
the remnants in that you fought to get to the Augur were green.
Green is neutral. That could be good or bad.
With the green ones, as long as you're like minding your own business and staying out of their way, they probably won't eat you.
Probably is doing a very heavy lifting there, but
Yeah, but probably is the emphasis of the word here. Let's just see what happens.
anyway.
Respectfully from a distance.
All right. So we have a place, right?
Yes,
Seems like a
you're
pretty
starting
good
to get
place to
set up
me.
in your area.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's up to you
try
how you want
to-
to like divide it. If you want to be like all in one room, if you want to kind of squeeze into, if you want to squeeze into one room, if you want to each have your own rooms.
this time squeezing into the one room might be a good idea, especially if this place is not,
I mean, the one room is a good-sized room.
it is.
You just see Z make like the equivalent of like a nest with their giant coat. They're just like their backpack makes like a little pillow and stuff, and they're just like just getting stuff set up.
Where are you putting the auger in all of this?
The augur's still in the bag, but now that you're thinking, now that Z's thinking about it, they're like, I should probably like take it out and, they're sitting with it in the center of their little coat nest, just like holding it, like, where the hell do I even put this? Do I just
And
trying to figure out if I can put it underneath my makeshift pillow, trying to
and then the cat's
improvise
gonna
a thing.
basically just stand up and like, all right, now it's my time to do some stuff. And yeah, and going into the city and everything is fine, but this place feels like more home. And then start immediately taking out a fire starter from the bag.
Arson. See.
No,
You're
just
going to light
not
a
like
fire?
that.
You don't have a stove or anything?
Yes, but no, but we're about the stove. It's just for cooking, right? This is for warmth. Jeez.
That's fair. Make sure
Unless
the
you
room won't
unless you
fill
want
up
to
with
freeze to
smoke.
death. Look, we have been basically talking this like before we came to this all shenanigans and everything, and I'm still a little mad about the fact that I had to go through all of this because I followed you. Anyway, but still,
I followed you, actually. You're the
uh,
one who wandered off into the woods.
uh, fine. Uh, but still,
I mean, I guess you did follow me when I decided to get involved with these two. I point to Worm and Z.
I'm still just trying to figure out how to make a makeshift bed. I'm now wearing my coat, but it's upside down somehow, and like I'm just fiddling with stuff in such a way you're like,
you need more structure than that, which means we need to gather some wood around here, which is looking at the just buildings and stuff is like I don't think it's a good idea to actually gather stuff around here, but yeah, that's the only downside,
there
isn't
are
it?
plants that are like starting to grow through, so maybe not like a full tree, but there
Yeah,
might
that's
be
what I
some
meant. Like, unless we have
shrubs
a
or
structure, we're not
grasses
gonna
that you can
have
find.
you can hang the coat, but you're not gonna actually make a fully functional bed or something like that with these. It's gonna be a lot of makeshift stuff.
You just
Anyway.
see Z just like, even with the mask on and whatnot, you can tell they're giving you this like look. No expressions on it at the moment, but you can tell they're just staring at you like, how dare. Good point, but how dare.
Only thing I can make up is just like single use, like a fabric tent that we've been using coming over here. But that's not enough for others. Oh, how do I even actually find a...
Worm, you understand how to build a shelter, right? I'm used to just going to hotels and trying to make the best of it. How do you know how to do the bag of sleeping,
I...
that thing?
Sleeping bag, but okay. I need to actually gather some materials. I know how to do it. The only thing I'm missing is materials here. The
Like
canvas...
What?
Yeah.
I just
We
accidentally
should be
picked up
more
my
prepared
character
coming over
sheet
here.
and messed things up.
Oh no, yeah, don't stand up there. All right, I'm just looking at my skills right now. Okay, so there's pneumatic pack that I can actually try to use.
While everyone else is figuring out their sleeping arrangements, I'm going to set up some, like, basic defenses. So, like, I'm gonna take some of my rope and some random scraps of metal or something and make, like, you know those jangly charm things that you see in a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of Bethesda games? I'm going to make some of those and hang them from the door, or hang them from the ceiling by the door to the fire escape, so that they make noise if anything comes in. And
Essentially
then,
a makeshift rattler of some
yeah,
sort.
a really basic alarm system. And then I'm also going to go and check the whole floor and make sure there's no other entrances that need to be, like,
I'll
checked.
say there is an elevator.
Is it an elevator shaft, or is it like an actual elevator?
Because if it's
It's
an actual elevator, it's gonna be harder, way harder to block it.
it's probably for a building of like this, I'd say probably 2 elevators with a small landing area between them that are kind of like facing each other so that people can go different directions if they need to. But I'm going to say that they probably are not operational in the state of the building is right now.
Yeah, that is true. But like, because if it was working, that's a very freaky shit.
I'm going to rig up more of the charms in between the elevators and, like, the rest of the floor,
All right.
so that I know if anyone comes in, unless they're being very sneaky.
I'm gonna try to basically get some lights up on the the our area nearby, not just a campfire that I can make up using plants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because using non-dry plants on a campfire is a bad idea. Unless you want to die out, yeah, unless you want to die out of smoke. That's yeah.
We could just open a window, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
That's actually another point. A lot of the glass is broken.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think Z is, after struggling to make whatever they can out of their what's on their person, they're going to simply like start observing what's outside the window just to kind of have a good look see just in case anything is coming in, and you know, try to at least be comfortable with being in a place that's not, exploding to the ground or whatever, have a
Exploding to
lookout
the
while
ground.
they yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right. Um, you probably have to grab some like extension cords to like get power over to this building as well, but but you managed to set up your facilities and your necessary necessities to survive the night and recover uh, your power and your devices, as well as your just resting.
This
Yeah.
is
We-
much
we
better
have
than
to-
what we have been having when we came to city. So I'm gonna say we're done enough. The more stuff we do, it's just gonna make us tired. Why don't we
So,
head off the night?
Um, so if no one has anything else that they need to do tonight, we can long rest and move to morning, which will
And then we can discuss about the plans tomorrow, because obviously there has been too many stuff happening today, and I don't know if he can think straight after all of this.
So
Brain
your
is
options are
struggling to
you can choose
function
two
anyway.
long rest actions. Tend all wounds to yourself or another, clear all stress for yourself, repair all armor for yourself or another, um, gain a hope, and if multiple people prepare, then you each gain 2 hope, or you can work on a project. And if,
Okay, so for me, I'm gonna go completely stress off and HP off each. Like that. So that's two
Mhm.
actions, right?
yes, that's your 2 actions.
Yes. I I'd be not taking care of myself during the sessions, to be honest, and yeah, too much stress. To be fair, my build is based on like taking some bunch of stress to do a bunch of stuff, but at the same time, yikes.
Yeah. And if so, Z, you can mark off your stress, and then you could mark off your stress, and then like repair someone else's armor if they need it.
Huh.
I'm trying to think who has armor that needs to be repaired right now.
Kuro?
Worm, are you doing all right? Kuro, do you need armor fixing?
Kuro and
Worm
Fitz
should be
both
fine.
have armor, and Fitz has 1 HP that they could get back. It's up.
So one is fine for me. Like having one armor block, even though I only have three, it's fine. To be honest, you don't have to worry about that.
I was going to fix my own armor,
Yeah.
and then
Would it be possible if I could just clear a stress and then just help with?
It's clear all stress. You clear all stress,
clear
and
all
then
stress.
you get one more So that's one action of yours, but you get one more from the long rest actions here at the center of the table. And the tend all wounds and repair all armor can be done on another character.
Yeah.
So you could heal another character, or you could repair their armor. You can't clear someone else's stress because that's.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah, that's what you
That's-
can do, not what you can do for other.
Yeah, the only
characters,
thing.
understandable.
Yeah, only stress is the only thing that has that limitation.
Okay. I guess I can help with Worm's armor if his armor is iffy, and if not, it's just making sure everything's okay, and then just like, oh okay, Hongshu mean.
Worm looks to be clear, which
Yeah,
just
Worm
leaves
looks
Fitz. You cleared your armor. What was your second action?
I haven't decided yet.
Because if you've got a second action, and Verm, have you used any of your actions? No, Verm's here or not. But so like if you so Fitz, if you cleared your stress, then Z could also restore that HP you're missing.
I could do that. I was thinking about preparing, but preparing gives you hope, and I already have full hope.
Yeah. You got a lot of hope.
Yes, I can't get any
We're
more
gonna-
hope.
Okay,
I
to
am
be honest,
so full of hope, there's no more room for hope.
Same here.
we need to
Um,
be honest, like we need that because we be just tanking a bunch of fears. Like, look at that, 12 coins. Yeesh.
Yeah. And there are a lot of things you can do with hope, like tag teams. Tag teams. You can use your hope ability, the life support. You can use your experiences. you could just give someone else advantage.
I'm going to clear my stress with my second action.
All right, and so then Z can you can either restore Fitz's HP or Kuro's armor.
I guess I'll help with Fitz 8's HP. I could
Yeah,
probably.
a single
that
armor is
probably
fine
be the
with
best.
me. You can just go
Yeah.
forward with that.
I'll help
Now
Fitz.
I need someone to roll me a luck check. Could someone just roll a d20?
A d20?
Yes.
Luck check, which means it's just like it doesn't have anything. I'll do that.
I
Well,
need
never
to
mind.
13?
I need to 13.
13?
All right.
Decent-ish.
Well, it would be if it was you who was rolling it. It was for you. All right. And I need to roll one thing for this one. All right. The four of you sleep soundly, trusting in your defense systems.
We maybe should have taken turns watching.
No, yeah, right, but no, it's not gonna
You
work.
are awoken by a clatter as the one by the fire escape is set off.
Oh,
I think I'm just gonna jump up like that. Meow!
be careful not
Wake
to
up!
make too much noise. We have the advantage of surprise right now.
You hear footsteps
Z's
running
just
down the
kinda
hall away from the fire escape.
I'm going to look out the door and see if I can see what's going on.
I'm immediately just checking my things like clanking noises. Someone was here.
As you
Stuff.
All right. As you move to the door to see the hall, Z, where was the auger last night?
It was in my bag.
Your
I
bag
had it
is
in
missing.
my bag. Oh, great!
But
That was
they're
not
still in the building.
And Fitz, Arida's chip is missing.
great.
This building will be their tomb.
Just a quick little thing. Does the sound and the locations count as the signs of the passage?
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
Yeah, then I'm gonna try to actually use one of my hope and I'm gonna ask the questions on that questions on that one, right? What
Alright,
direction did they go? Is the question that I'm gonna ask for the first hope.
Okay. What's the specific thing? Oh, gifted tracker.
Yes, gifted tracker. It basically allows
Okay.
me to use any number of hope, but I'm just gonna only use one, and I'm gonna ask what direction did they go?
All right. You
And
detect two sets of sound. There
oh
went
boy.
two ways. From the room you're in, they went different directions.
So I'm gonna say this. The thing is, this is way more complicated than we thought. It's not just one; it's two. Oh no!
Yeah, one for each thing yoinked, I'm assuming. And I just kind of like, they yoinked my
Sarcastically.
stuff. The yoinker guy yoinked. I gotta yoink him back. And he's just about to like hop on and just like, I gotta get my stuff back. I gotta get back. I gotta get back.
I think we should split and then just basically we need to tackle 2 groups at once. We don't have much time. Right?
Yeah, I can do it.
All right.
I can grab my stuff back.
Who's
Who
going after
wants to go with
which?
who?
One was heading towards away from here towards the elevator. One was heading towards the fire escape. Which way are you going?
I'm gonna jump into the fire escape, but is somebody else gonna follow me?
I'm gonna head towards the elevator. Because if you're already going
Um,
for the one, I'm splitting to the other.
All right.
Trying to figure out what good party splits would be.
I mean, Kuro's your obligated plot child. Go follow.
I'm gonna spend
Her-
2 fear to have each of them move further away from you from your delay as you debate how to split up.
I'm gonna go with
Oh,
Z,
time!
actually.
Come on!
I'm going with Z.
All right. So
Worm, you go with Kuro.
Z and Fitz, you rush down the hall towards the elevator. You see, you hear the sound of something hitting metal, followed by a whoosh of fire down the hall. And as you come around the corner, you see a figure is jumped into the elevator shaft and is sliding down it, to escape.
Oh heck no! Oh
Uh,
heck no!
Kuro, Verm, you two run to the fire escape, and as you get there, you can see down two flights below you now, a figure, a figure, completely wrapped in dark cloth, covering almost their entire body, only giving away basically nothing about their physical appearance, is clutching something, and is moving very quickly, clutching something
And-
small.
Okay, so I'm gonna basically try to actually do this, and I'm gonna take the initiative, right?
All right.
Let me do that. And what I'm gonna do is, first of all, one, I'm pouncing. That's what
All right.
cats
So you're
do.
jumping down the fire escape to try to jump at them ahead.
Yes. And second, I don't know if
Alright.
it's gonna work,
Well,
but
first, let's do
the pouncing
I
part,
guess
yeah.
you're doing agility, and then you're spending hope for the pounce.
Yes, the experience.
Yes. Okay.
The experience requires hope, right?
Yes.
And then that's gonna be just adding agility and then hope, right?
Yes.
Fear. That's
Hope and fear. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And then also +2 because experience.
Yes.
And that's how we do it, right?
Yes. Agility plus duality plus 2.
Yep, there we go. Roll! And let's hope for the best. Fudge!
14 with fear. All right. So I gain a fear. You jump down off the fire escape and grab and swing back in. I'm gonna need you to mark a stress as you realize, oh, I just jumped from like 3 stories up, and just caught the rung of the bar to swing back into the fire escape before splatting on the ground.
Yes, and
But you do land right in front of the figure, dark cloak. They pull out a knife, and you can see now their figure is feminine.
Mhm.
And the feminine figure, and they are going to spend a fear to try to stab you.
Bird, real quick, I have a question.
Yeah.
How big are the grid squares? Are they like 5 feet squares?
It's kind of abstracted.
it's not. Yeah.
All right. Does
But like close range would be about 30 feet.
yeah, more or less. It's not it's it's supposed to be not exact units of measurement so that it works better when switching between American and everyone else.
That's fair.
It's more of a unit of blocks instead of an actual meters.
Yeah.
So the thing that slid down the elevator shaft, right? Is there any light in the elevator shaft whatsoever?
Completely dark.
Yay!
Is it still sliding? Is it like sliding down the wall, or is it like at the bottom already?
I would like to do something. I think I can.
I
Well,
was
first-
going to jump at
First
it and take a
point of
swing.
order,
But yeah,
Kura,
let's-
you marked distress.
Yeah.
You marked distress from
Yeah, I
that.
did.
But
I did.
they take out their knife and they're gonna cut at you, and then they're going to keep running down the stairs.
So how does that work?
They just attacked you and they missed. So they just took a swing
missed
at
it.
you. You're like, oh no! Lean back out the way and then away from the dagger. They weren't putting their all into trying to hit you because they're more focused on getting away and driving you off.
Oh, I see.
Um,
I'm gonna try to
well,
basically.
no. Now we're going back to them because they.
I see. I see how it works. Yeah,
yeah,
the turn
kind of
is
flip it
all
back.
over the place. Gotcha.
Because we got split party, same combat stuff.
Got it.
So Z Fitz, what are you two doing?
I was thinking that if the elevator shaft is completely dark, I can use Nightwalker to get as far as I can in the shaft to see if I can beat them to the bottom.
I've lost my origin card or community card.
Would
Grab
that be
another.
Where did it
possible,
go?
though?
I don't know.
All right.
I mean, there it is.
I just grabbed
Can I
another one.
take someone with me if I Nightwalk so they can go with
You-
me through the shadow?
You
If
cannot
you
take
use the
someone with
Nightwalk
you.
thing,
You mark a stress, and it just happens, and you move within far range. So you can absolutely get on top of them.
you should go past them and try to cut them off at the bottom of the elevator shaft, and I will jump at them. Or like take a swing at them.
Yeah, I'll be sneaky beaky about this. I'll go in
Alright.
front of them.
Well,
so you just
this
see
is not
Z.
okay. This just happens because there's no roll for it. You just mark a stress, and now you're down there. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a skill instead of a
yeah.
chance roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your turn only ends when you make a roll, when you make an action roll, like
Gotcha.
making an attack or or using an ability check or something. Just using a potion is a free thing. You just do that.
Okay.
So you vanish into the shadows and reappear below them into the elevator shaft as well.
I'm gonna try beating them to the chase and trying to catch them. I'm anticipating when they hit the bottom to grab them.
No. Yikes.
All right.
While they're still sliding down the side, can I take a swing at them and try and knock them off the wall? And by take a swing at them, I mean
they're
just, like,
further
full
down.
on
So
jump
are
them.
you going down to the elevator shaft to chase after them?
I am going to full on jump at them and try and hit them
Okay.
on the way down.
Give me your attack roll. Let's see how this goes.
Wait, hold on, I have the
You-
button.
You do not want to fail with fear.
I mean, with hope.
That
Yeah,
wasn't
that's a
that wasn't with
use
fear.
a prayer dice.
you may.
I am going to use one of my prayer dice to add 3 to that.
All right, so that brings the total up to
so that
12.
it's a- yeah.
All right, that is a success with hope. So you add a hope, and roll damage against this target.
Got a 4.
All right.
I don't think that's going to do a whole lot of hurting, but does the fact that there's an 8-foot tall person jumping on them while they're trying to slide down an elevator shaft hurt?
Yeah. You're now this you now both fighting in here. Um, they are um should well it's you rolled with hope, so it's still player's turn. Verm, do you want to do anything, or do you want to let someone else go again?
Worm? Hello?
Sorry, what's up?
Uh, d-
So
it's your turn. Do you
someone
want to but I gotta uh do you want to do something to try to keep up the pursuit, or do you want to just let them get away,
yeah, there are two people right now. One's in
or
the
do you want to
elevator
let
shaft,
someone else go?
and yeah,
Hmm. What can I do to like stop somebody?
It's up to you. If you don't
could
have anything you want to do
probably
right now, we
use
can let
your
someone else
arcane
go again.
barrage.
Hmm.
so
If you
think-
have something you want to do, speak up, because there is no turn order here. So it's just when you have an idea you want to do, you say what you're gonna do.
Okay, what like range are they at?
They are about
So-
2.5 flights of stairs below you.
Hmm.
yeah,
Technically,
one's
I
on the
think
fire
that is
escape.
close range, but it's also like bears.
Yeah,
I want to use like slumber in one of them if I can.
You can try.
Okay. What would I roll for that?
No, well, slumber is very close.
Damn.
It's
yeah,
the
you gotta
blue.
run up to him.
Yeah.
You could move
If you
down
can
the
get down
stairs
to
a bit.
them, you then that would work. You could try that.
Okay, can I try like sliding down the freaking like arm rails?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me an agility roll.
Okay. Which would that would be?
Agility plus
This
hope and
one.
fear.
Like
Plus that one.
ability. Hope and fear.
And then you press
No,
that to roll it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Boop. Please be something good.
That's a 9.
All right. Uh, you're making your way down. You gain a hope.
Sweet.
But you are uh uh but you are having trouble, as every few feet you're hitting the railing for the next level down.
Boom. Ow. Okay, so
Um
am I still
that-
able to like?
well, that's your action, so that's the end of your turn now.
Oh.
So this person, this figure is this figure is going to make an agility roll to jump from the second to bottom down and get further away. And
Okay,
that
let's-
is a 16 against the environment, which is not a 16. So they jump with they jump a distance away and are gaining a distance away from your group.
I was getting water.
Dang. That was so close.
Or the figure you're pursuing is getting away. They have jumped from the scaffolding of the fire escape down to the ground to continue escaping.
I'm gonna try to basically shoot using my weapon
All right.
because my weapon has a range, right?
Yeah, your weapon
Should-
is far range.
Yeah, so it should be able to actually get them, and I'm gonna
Yep.
try to do it. And
Your weapon has this much range.
yeah, I know. It's like it's a bow. What do you expect?
Yeah. So make attack roll.
All right, attack roll for me is agility, right? So that should be this, right? I hate myself.
21 with fear, so I gain a fear. But 21 definitely hits, so roll damage.
Your
Same-
damage
same.
is a D8 plus 1.
Yeah, I know. Just doing a bunch of stuff in that one. I'm trying to read, and my screen is just lagging for some reason. Oh, Max Sam crew.
Okay. I have a
That's
very
some good
important question here. Are
damage.
you trying to be... Is this a fatal attack, or are you just trying to take them down and stop them from getting away?
This is more of a try to get away, so probably aiming for leg is what I'm doing.
All right. So you fire, and the arrow soars and strikes them in their in the back of their leg, which you realize is a fawn leg as well.
They're never going to be able to be an adventurer again.
Oh no.
I took an arrow to a knee kind of situation. Oh god, please.
And she falls to the ground, um, unable to stand and get up again. But she is still clutching something to her chest.
Did Monty
And-
steal stuff from us?
No, it turns out it's secretly Moonfry. Non-distinct Moonfry or something. Or just some
Moonfry
random
alternate
fun
universe
character.
version.
Yeah. Fry Moon.
Fry mood. Oh gosh.
It's Sunbake.
All right.
Ah, Sunbay.
Meanwhile, in the elevator, the figure in the darkness reaches out their they're going to spend a fear and extend out, like push their back up against the wall to kind of prop themselves up, point their arms out at you, and flames are going to burst out at the two of you in the elevator shaft with them. They rolled a 2, so that fails.
Wait, am I still at the bottom? Am I still
Yes,
at the bottom?
yes. So the two of you both see flames begin to gush out. How are you avoiding the flames as this figure releases flames from both of their arms?
Okay, are they, so as they're going down, are they aiming it downwards?
One at you and one at Fitz.
But when I do the shadow thing, aren't I cloaked? How would they be able to see me if I'm cloaked?
Oh, right.
I'm
You're
sneaky
right. So they just
beaky.
fire at Fitz and Fitz. How are you avoiding?
I am going to use my big stick and swing it and hit their arms and knock them away so that it throws
Alright.
their aim off.
So the two of you then fall to the ground. You're now ground level with Z. Z, what do you it's your turn. Your go.
It's time to grapple the yoinker. I gotta get him. I gotta get my stuff back. I gotta get him.
I feel like I know who this person is.
I really hope it's not who I think you think it is, because I would be really upset if it's who I think you think it is. I think it's a random stranger who's just trying to steal our stuff. But I'm
Definitely
gonna,
not a
like,
former party member turned NPC.
yeah, totally not. I hope. But yeah, I would like to just like grab them from behind and just like hold them by their neck, so then like they're, if they do try anything, like they're not gonna, their neck's gonna pay for it. Those were words, right? I don't understand
Their neck
language
is gonna
today.
pay for it.
Yeah, your neck's gonna pay for it.
All right. So Z, what are you doing?
Chokehold.
Yeah, I was gonna say chokehold.
Okay.
That's the right word.
Goblin chokehold.
Goblin chokehold.
Oh
Activate.
gosh.
And I try
That
to
would-
bite at their ankles.
That would be a strength.
It would.
Question, Bird. How do tag teams work?
A tag team works where where one player puts up 3 hope and spins it, and the two characters then will use will then each make separate actions such as an attack roll or use different abilities, and then you will choose whose roll you use and then combine the damage, making it very easy to go above their thresholds.
May I roll to bite the ankles?
Worm,
So,
you're
for
finding
example,
the other
you
person.
if so for example, you could each make an attack roll and then choose whose roll you want to use, and combine damage into one attack, and you will each gain hope and I will gain if you succeed with hope, you will both gain a hope. If you succeed with fear, if you roll fear, I gain 2 fear.
Essentially, you're just combining for
Yeah.
one action, right?
Yes,
Z,
and
do
then you
want to do
can.
a tag team?
What?
Z, do you want to do a tag team?
Yeah, attack team would
Like
sound pretty
you
good.
jump on their back and like wrap your arms around their neck, and I will hit
I
him in
mean,
the
you're
dick
still
or
on.
swing at their
I was,
ankles or something.
I was gonna say you're on your way down. Use that to your advantage. I'll just grab them so that you can use the full force of your 8-foot body on them.
Alright,
I'm on the
are you
ground,
making
like,
this
in
an
front of
attack
them.
roll, or are you just trying to restrain them? I guess you could do both. Both do different things. So if one of you if Fitz wants to try to grapple them, and then Z wants to attack them, you can do that.
I thought I was doing the grappling.
It doesn't matter
'Cause-
because it's the same action. You're doing it together.
That sounds good. You jump on their
You know what,
back,
yeah.
I swing at their ankles.
Yeah. Together,
I
we
spend
make
3
one
hope?
awkward duo.
One awkward.
Yes,
deal.
whoever puts up, someone can put up to 3 hope, and then you both will roll for your respective actions.
Do
All
we
right, I
both
have
spend
done the
3
3
hope or just
No, just the
Fitz?
one, just one person spends
Just
the
Fitz.
hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have too much hope.
13 with hope,
Here's my roll.
and by the way, you can add your experiences to attack rolls. You just spend the hope like normal.
Yeah.
I don't have any experiences that would apply.
Yeah, I know. I'm just reminding that, like, for example, you could use an experience to make an attack roll, and then if you're attacking from cloaked, you already have advantage.
Why
So
is
if I'm
Worm
like,
doing a
every
headstand?
That's a good question. Worm is just having a blast attacking enemies down the fire escape. Okay. Anyway,
Can I
if I'm
bite
doing
the ankles of the person I was following?
You can,
Not a
by this
minute.
point, you can catch up and you can bite their ankles, and the two of you are standing over them as they are on the ground and they are unable to get up.
Yeah,
and
essentially,
continue
you and
escaping.
me are the same place. So
Yeah, but we're doing
yeah,
this. So
you're
what?
with
So
Kuro.
what are you doing? Fitz, Z, what are you doing? Fitz, you rolled to attack.
Yeah, I rolled a 13 with hope. I'm
Okay.
swinging at their legs.
And Z, what
Going
are
for
you
the
doing?
shins.
I'm going to be grappling them so when the leg swing happens, their whole body can get extra damage. I'm just trying to remember what dice I need to roll for that.
That would be
And I wanted
strength.
to okay, that would be strength. Okay, strength, duality. And can I add 2 for mad ingenuity of like acting scaring the crap out of them?
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Z also be cloaked?
Yes.
I am cloaked, yes.
Oh,
If I
sneak
am
attack in this
cloaked-
game doesn't add anything to the attack roll. It adds to damage roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will roll. That's
9
a
with
9
hope.
with
So
hope.
now, which of your rolls do you want to use? The 13 with hope or the 9 with hope?
Probably the 13.
Yeah, probably
Okay.
the 13.
So you each get a hope. That's a success with hope. So roll so Fitz, roll damage.
Got a 6. Can I add prayer dice to damage?
Let's say you can.
It says add to a roll's result after the roll is made. It doesn't specify any type of roll.
Then yes,
It
you can add it to
doesn't.
damage, but you also don't get your
Okay.
prayer dice back until next session. So
Yeah, you have a good point there. I'm gonna hang on to it. Never mind. I will not add to my damage.
all right. So
So I
the
will
two of
just do
you,
6 damage.
you knock the wind out of the figure and grapple them to the ground. Z, your face shines light on them, revealing they are indeed Steel,
No,
who
gosh.
has over their shoulder your bag with the auger inside.
Can I just, like, pin them to the ground?
Yes.
Of course.
Great.
Of course. Of course. You were already trying to steal from me the first time. Now you gotta steal from me a second time. Well, you were bad at it the first time, and you're certainly not getting the second time. And I'm just like grabbing my stuff from them. Just like, give me that. Give me. Here, Fitz, you can have it for a second. I trust you. Steal. How dare you?
I have, like, one hoof sitting on, like, their shoulder holding them to the ground, and then my stick pressed up against, like, their neck, sort of next to Z, and I lean in real close, and I growl, "Did you touch Arda?"
They tilt their head to the side and like furrow their brow in confusion. Steel was not in the room when you were talking about Arada.
Oh yeah, Steel doesn't know who Arda even is. They wouldn't touch Arda.
And why?
Who was the other person that knew of Arda's existence, though?
Kuro, Verm, what you have both caught up with the other thief. What do you want to do?
We have to reveal their face because this is like, who the heck are you?
You
Right?
pull off their cloth mask, revealing Mani.
Money.
What?
The barmaid?
And as you pull it fully off, it pulls down to her neck, where on the side of her neck is the 3 hooked ring of Caracroft.
Oh.
I forget what that is.
People have memory issues because the session is just too long.
She has the Carocroft logo tattooed on her. That means, like, you know, she's probably one of them.
And in her hand is the chip that Fitz you would always keep equipped in their gear. Neither of
That's
you two.
Fitz's chip.
That looks familiar, but anyway, like, what? Why were you running? Just like, yeah, Kuro's being really confused right now. Why though?
She like props herself up with on her elbows to kind of like just try to redeem some form of dignity in herself. She's panting out of breath. I was ordered to because it serves the purpose of the Lord Heracroft. The great wanderer knows all, and that is something that he must have.
It's. Oh my goodness. I try to run away from all this shit. And now this?
Fairness,
Damn, I
I
traded
didn't
one
know
set
it
of
existed
heretics for
until
another.
last night. I would have taken the Augur too, but that other one got it before me.
Well, wait, you two did it. Wait. You're saying that you don't know that guy?
No.
My goodness. Like, then what is it? Who is that other guy? What's going on here?
Speaking of the other guy, since I don't know that Arda or that Mani has been stopped, I am still thinking that Arda is in danger of going missing. So I'm going to slam my stick into the ground in a very threatening manner right next to Steele's head. And then I'm going to swear, and then I'm going to run off to where I saw, out and around the building.
Get
Towards the
us.
fire
You
escape.
better be very
There's-
glad that Fitz freaking spared you, for crying out loud. And I'm still taking my stuff back from him. He's just smacking his head on the just.
If you act quickly, I assume, are you going to bring them back up to interrogate them? I presume.
Yeah, I think we have to do it that way.
Alright.
It's just not me because
Yeah.
I'm just a tiny cat. So yeah, there's no way I'm pulling that guy up in
Alright,
the.
so Fitz, you're able to run out and find Mani wrapped up in dark clothes, her mask pulled down, and the Caracroft emblem tattooed on the side of her neck, where it would ordinarily have been hidden by her ribbon choker.
Does she still have the chip?
They have taken it. Verm and Kuro would have taken it by now.
Do I see that they have taken it?
Do they? Do you?
I probably will tell that tell them like this is it. I got it.
I am full on sprinting at Mani though.
I
I'm
was
ready to tackle her.
I was like, what? Wait! No need for it. There's an arrow stuck in their legs. There's no way they could run away after this. Calm down. I'm just basically flailing the arm in front of it. I was like,
Where's the chip?
here. And can you help me to pull?
I'm going to take the chip, examine it really quick to make sure it's not damaged, and then slot it back into my device and check to make sure that Arda's still functional.
Her image appears. Good morning, Fitz.
Good, you're okay. Alright.
Better than nothing, but still, please, help me because, gosh, it's heavy. And try to basically just
pulling them back up. Luckily, the three of you are able to pull her back up before any remnant find you. You do hear the sound of the blades of a winged remnant flying past. As you pull Mani back in, and then after a little bit of work, manage to drag Steel back up, who I presume you've also bound to not be able to get away.
I don't know, I just left Steel with a goblin on his back, so...
Z was the one that did a lot of it, so it's just like, why did you leave me alone? Do you realize
He's
how
got
hard it is
zip
to tie up
ties
this
holding his
guy?
pinkies together.
Yeah, he's got it's like all of his fingers are bound together in zip ties and wires. It looks really bad, but really intricate somehow.
Mani
He
sees
already
Steel.
looks exhausted.
So it was your other friend who stole the auger. Yeah. Just my luck.
Literally leave her house to keep her alive? Why did you follow us?
She rolls her eyes.
He's with Caro Croft.
Did you think they knew exactly what house to check?
And then we have to basically do it this way all together. Oh, jeez, this is getting more complicated every second. It's like,
So you're telling me that that was all an act? You're freaking out and everything?
Yes. I was in more danger in your hands than theirs.
You just see Z go
Job.
right up, pull out their Arcanis to their neck. Couldn't be more truthful right now. All right. So, why'd you do it? For obvious reasons, you're here for the Kara Croft. I get that. Still don't fully understand why you tried stealing my crap again, but then again, you've been trying to steal my crap from day one, looking right back over to the font. But you realized that we were leaving to get out of your business to not cause any trouble. Yeah, you got
Yes, and I appreciate your kindness, but it made it more difficult for me to track you down and find you again to be able to steal the things that I was wanting that I needed from you to please my lord.
please, but God.
How much
Yeah, Kuro's
information
gonna be
have you
very
given away?
disgusted about this whole affair.
How much what?
How much information have you given out to your little precious guy right now, huh?
Oh, I've already informed them that whatever they gave you was not actually the augur, and that and I gave them a description of the augur after you demonstrated it to me, as well as the hologram AI that your friend here has, and they're on their way to track you down and dispose of you as well. So whatever you do to me doesn't really matter, because one way or the other, uh, the augur will be in the hands of the one who most deserves it.
We need to get out of here. First of all, we need to get out of here. They already found us. Second of all, I'm not gonna say. And Kuro just basically turns away, is slightly disgusted about this whole affair. And why is my microphone?
Uh,
We just try.
What do we do with Moni? That was the better question. No, I'm asking that as a player, not as. Do we get rid of her? I can't believe the pretty fawn lady tricked us. That's not cool.
I'll
Mic
just throw this
test,
out there
mic
for
test, can you
fun.
hear me?
Literally, the first thing she talked about was a world without remnants, and that's kind of Karakrov's whole deal because they don't use any remnants.
Understandable.
But at the same
still,
time, you wouldn't basically say that those two are going to be hand in hand with the same thing, you know? Right?
I did
Yeah.
a thing
Don't
called trust a
want
nice
to-
person.
I don't want to kill Moni, but at this point, I am also very not happy with her. We have to leave anyway. So I say we knock her out and leave her here and then get out of here. If she survives, that's on her.
Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Challenge
Technically,
befitting
this is a
someone.
relatively safe place, so she might not get found by a remnant.
You're really new at this, aren't you?
Yes! Yes! Thank you!
Oh, you have no idea the world you're stepping into.
Don't mistake mercy and kindness for weakness.
Step it! I'm trying to get away from things, okay? Why? Yeah, cat's just basically being a little bit fanatic here. Frantic here. Oh god, my tongue is all over the place today.
With that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to We can't have her seeing us or whatnot.
That's why I said knock her out.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna
Knock her out, leave
knock
her
her
tied
out.
up, leave her here.
Do it.
Yeah, I was thinking we knock her out, put her. Woe be upon ye, elevator. With that, I bonk her.
That's it. This is your plan, just brute violence and leave me for the scavengers.
No, but just do
I bonk again.
it.
I'm not even
She-
responding. I'm just hitting again.
As you hit her and she collapses, the last thing she says are, she just whispers out, Dane, I've served you well.
That's the last time I'm trusting a pretty lady ever again. And with that, I'm just foraging all the stuff on her. I'm just stealing crap from her now. I got a scavenge.
She seems to have
instinct.
not carried much with her other than just what she needed to get out here.
Which is not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seemed
She
to
has
know
no communicator, no nothing.
it seems that she is left out somewhere else.
Hmm.
They were
think we're-
thoughtful, that's for sure.
Yeah, I guess that makes it easier, but that also means that wherever she was using to communicate and whatnot, she's basically out here all on her own and so whatnot.
So the
Yeah, she did it to
tracking-
herself. Drags her to the elevator shaft.
Don't throw her down the elevator shaft.
That's
I
gonna
was
make
gonna
it 10
very
times.
gently slide her down. I was very
It's like
gently
a
going to keep her right
30-foot
there.
drop.
I'm
We
just
can't
gonna
just
put her
chuck
by
her
the
down the
edge
elevator
of
shaft.
it.
Even I can't
just putting
survive
her-
that.
I'm putting her by the edge of the elevator shaft. If she rolls over and falls, oh no! If she doesn't, yeah!
And then you're gonna basically make everyone try to give even more reasons to follow us?
I already have too many people following me as it already currently stands.
And then
So what are we
for
doing
you,
about
yes, but what about us?
I mean, it means that there's technically one less person, I guess. Fitz, did you know if that place that she was living at was a real location and not like a established? Maybe she might actually have a base of operations there that we can go back into and expect, someone to go back there?
It might be a good place to gather intelligence, but I wouldn't expect it to be unguarded.
Yeah, especially after the fact if she doesn't exactly show up, they're gonna immediately assume the worst.
We could try to actually
Well,
listen and
she's-
then get until reversely, but
We might be able to get in and get out before anyone catches us if we moved quickly, but I don't think it's worth it.
Okay.
Also, we still have steel to deal with.
yeah, about that.
You! Why were you stealing our crap again?
Are
Aside
you
for
with
obvious
He'll
Kara
kind of
Croft
stretches,
too?
like, to try to reach their keyboard to type. But their
With all
hands
the
are
zip
bound, so they
ties
can't
on
really
it.
reach it.
Oh yeah, right, the keyboard thing.
Yeah. I give them their keyboard. This is all you're getting.
To type out, needed to stop library. Needed
No, it's not.
knowledge, power.
So you're
Now
not
it's
with
like
the
two
library,
things at
and you're not
once.
with Kara Croft.
Yeah, that's one relief, but at the same time, oh my goodness.
Don't know who you are. Can't trust you.
Huh? You have some associations
feeling
with
is
the library as it
mutual.
already stands.
And then you think basically just saying like that and then gonna change anything? Uh,
The way I see it, you have two options right now. Either you can put a little bit of faith in us and try and work together, or you can go your own way and try and steal it from us again later on when we're already more on guard because it's been attempted a first time. We stopped you this time. There's no saying we won't stop, or there's no saying we won't be able to stop you next time. It's
Just
your
because they
choice.
say a third time's a charm doesn't mean that you should actively try going, buddy. You've
They type
already
out-
goofed up twice now.
Type out, the library is disassembling the uh, the red thing.
yeah, how about that? What's going on here with the whole red thing? We didn't even know what to do with that. And then yet... Oh gosh.
The scar thing?
I think it is a power source, a generator.
That's
All right,
a leap
here's
of...
a suggestion. Little bit of mutual trust here. You said you don't know who we are and you can't trust us. We don't know who you are and we can't trust you. But we have what you want, and we can give you access to it in exchange for a little bit of faith. Tell us what's going on.
I do not trust the library. I worked with them for a long time, but there is something weird. They silenced my research on the fate of the fallen ones. I want revenge. The Augur said it could give me knowledge and power if I implemented it into my equipment.
So you want knowledge and power to overthrow the library to get back at them.
I'm not big on the library personally, but I need more to go on than that.
The library itself has already done enough shady stuff as.
If we just hand the Augur over to Steel, then Carocraft is after us. And obviously this whole situation has ended up a little bit sideways. But I don't want to make it worse by doing that.
The same family has ruled the library for as long as I know. They always give it to the next generation of the same family.
You know what? Okay, how about this? We're already in the business of making enemies at this point. It's too late. Carocraft is after us. You help us deal with Carocraft, we'll help you deal with the library. Deal?
They nod.
Alright, Z, cut them loose. Make it easier for them to type at least.
There's like a little bit of hesitancy as he just carefully unbinds their hands. This is the last second chance I am ever giving to anyone.
I
You
did
hear me,
not
Steele?
want to risk you destroying it.
We need to learn more about what it is. Z, you and Steel can work on that together, I think. Oop,
Yeah.
Worm is gone.
Yeah, outside of it, just yeah, about that.
Oof.
Was going to mention that.
Oh no.
Worm disappeared.
They exploded. Ah. The last second chance sounds like a third chance to me, Z. Shush your face, Cookie.
She was actually trying to get you guys hurt and killed last session. If you had failed any of those things, she would have knocked you to the ground and pinned you, and then the captain had a coup de grace where if you were pinned and vulnerable, you did more damage.
True.
How dare the pretty lady be evil? How dare the pretty
I
lady be
used
evil?
fear to activate her.
Oh,
I
gosh.
thought you just used fear to activate all the NPCs. Even the ones that are not actually antagonistic.
Yep, that is how that appeared.
This is
Oh well, yeah. At the same time, it's getting okay. So first of all, Bird, I'm just gonna mention this outside of this. I cannot talk after this, as in like make a noise. So I don't know if I can actually join in more on that one because my
Okay.
parents is recording right now and they think it's too loud for me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So if it's necessary, I can roll and stuff, but I probably cannot talk. Just
Well,
mentioning that.
we're not hearing anything, but yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, it's not us. It's just my
Okay.
parents. Right now they're recording, and they think me is.
Okay.
I'm talking too loud. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Okay.
So sorry. It means I'm gonna mute my mic, and I can roll and type, but no.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
You didn't interrogate Monty. Or not
we did
that
not
person.
interrogate money.
We should have probably tried to get more information out of Monty.
Well, Monty's
Does
still
somebody have any
there.
smelling
She's
salts?
just
Did anybody bring smelling salts?
I mean, I have a computer that can zap now that I have my stuff back. I can just zap her back.
Hazing
Do you
someone
think-
into wakefulness doesn't sound very polite, but then again, I'm pretty sure at this point Fitz is so angry with her that he's letting her live once, and if he sees or hears or catches wind of her again, she's not going to make it out of the encounter as intact.
I give you the quote unquote distraction zapper thingy that I made last time and I hand it to you. Why don't you ask the questions to that fawn while I work with Steel? Have fun.
Alright, I guess I'm going to go interrogate Monty.
Okay. So you're zapping Monty back awake?
Yeah, I'm going to, I'm going to try shaking her first, and if that doesn't work,
Okay.
then I'll zot her.
Alright. You managed to get her to wake up. I thought you were done with me. Guess you can't
We
stay
changed our
away.
minds about that. We have questions for you.
Oh, fun. You're actually starting to think. There's that
You're going to
There's
you're
the
going to
experience I
tell
was
me
hoping
all the
you're lacking.
you're going to tell me all of the information you have about Carrowcroft and why they're looking for the Augur, what their goal is. And if you don't tell me anything, or if I feel like you're not telling me enough, at this point I pause and pick her up by the front of her shirt collar and just hold her out over the elevator shaft. I think you know what will happen.
Yep, I could see it.
Well, story time. Start talking.
Carracroft is a beautiful, near perfect society where we have no crime, we have no remnant, and our only limitation is that we don't have the resources the rest of the world holds away from us. The great progenitor watches over all of us, his children, and keeps us safe so long as we bear his mark and and do our best to fulfill our role in society.
And what does the Augur have to do with that?
He needs He's always craving knowledge. We offer the remnant cores to him as an offering to grant him more power beyond what he is already capable of. He is a god, the god of this world, who once ruled it before the fall.
So this great progenitor seeks knowledge and power to rule the world again?
It is his divine right.
What proof is there to that claim?
He has never died. He sees everything and everyone in our city. Read and knows all the and knows knowledge of the old world that we cannot begin to imagine.
And what happens to everyone else if he succeeds?
And they are given the same things that we who live in Carracroft have now.
Which is constant surveillance? What else do you get?
Peace. We do our work, and we are given peace, freedom, and anything else that we can earn.
I'm going to be honest, I have doubts. Tell me about this peace. Are you free to do what you want, or free to do what is asked of you?
I I volunteered to and chose to join the forces as a spy. This was my choice. It was my calling. And as long as I can do it well enough, as long as I do well, I have granted many benefits.
What if someone wanted to be a scientist or a researcher? Would they be free
Those
to
are
do that?
options. Yes, he has much need of those knowledgeable in the arts of science and craft.
Artists? What about them? Are they free?
Can do as they wish.
And everyone is provided for and taken care of?
As much as Carracroft is currently capable of. Wait till
And
we
yet,
expand on that. Requires us to take from those who will not join willingly.
There's a bit of a disparity here between your sales pitch and the outward impression you give to the rest of the world. See, the way you speak makes it sound like, if given the resources, Carrowcroft would benefit everyone.
Of
And
course it would.
yet,
We are led by a god. All other
And
worlds
yet-
are led by false prophets, liars, and cheats.
and yet you do not try to spread this influence through anything other than violence.
Is that
Carrowcroft
your
has no welcoming presence.
is
You
that
hide behind a wall of knives.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about this.
You're good. I don't think you need to worry about it too much.
Alright,
But
yeah.
you can still join us. Cain, the Lord Cain will welcome you. I know it.
Sorry, I'm just reading Cookie in chat. I don't know if I want to live in a society that claims to provide for its people and give them freedom, but anyone outside their walls is a target. It doesn't sound like my thing, gonna be honest.
And invite more. Invite your friends in. We can all join Carecroft. We can all be safe in their walls. The world is returned to its rightful state of being, and the remnants are destroyed, and there is no curse or plague to harm the world.
The remnants are a necessary thing.
They're not.
They keep the world in balance. Without remnant, the plants don't grow. The air chokes.
Have to be that way. Finding the Ark will save the world.
What is the Ark?
According to the legends, in ancient times before the fallen ones vanished, they prepared an ark where all of the world's life forms were preserved.
I should be writing notes about this 1 second.
There were once creatures that roamed this world, made of flesh and blood, that ate the plants and helped them grow, and fed our bellies. Know what beef is and where it came from.
Is there anything else I should know, or are you ready to go back to sleep now?
I think I've said my piece.
All right then. Before I go, I should warn you. The mercy I've shown you today is a one-time deal. If I
You are
catch
never
wind
going
of
to
you
see
again,
me again.
good. Because if I do, it won't end so nicely.
Can you
Tell your
at
friends
least
from Carrowcroft
wrap
to
up
stay
my
away
leg?
from Arda. I think that's a you problem more than it's a me
Right?
problem. I'm
Oh,
sure if you've gotten this far, you'll manage on your own.
very well. Good luck.
I don't say anything in reply. I just pull her back into the room, drop her on the ground, and walk away. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. I should knock her out again.
Yeah, that might be it. That might be a good idea.
That might be a good
You
idea.
don't need to knock me out.
Yeah.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
Sure.
She's not near any windows, is she?
No, and she can't
It's
stand
an
up right
elevator
now.
shaft. Okay, yeah, she's not going to see where we're going. We can keep her conscious for now, I guess.
She doesn't have anything on her, so I guess that's
She...
fine.
I mean, I guess I could be a little bit nice and do a little bit of first aid so that she doesn't, like, have to pull the arrow out herself. But also, at the same time...
I can be nice, but
What is Cookie saying in chat?
She's simping for Monty. I tease, I just. Hold on. The B floor. I am not simping. That is not what is happening. They just think they're cool and would totally fall for it and follow Carrowcroft because pretty evil lady.
Honestly, if Carrowcroft wasn't so frickin' dodgy, like
Yeah.
I might be convinced, but not no.
What? You don't
there's something
believe in
fishy.
their that they're ruled by a literal god who watches over everything they does to make sure that no crime ever happens?
Especially when they're like yeah, I don't know. This
If
is
their literal omniscient god was actually benevolent and kind, sure, but that doesn't sound like it. And also, they tried to take away my friend.
yeah, it's the hologram BFF going missing that did it for me. I'm like, yeah, no, Fitz is gonna let that stand. Dog, I love myself a crazy cult person who tries to indoctrinate people into their utopian cults. Well, you said that, Cookie, not me. I was just reading. All you're doing is just digging. You know what? Fair enough. I'm just teasing. I'm teasing.
Cookie's favorite Xenoblade villain is the hammiest villain in the franchise, so
Yeah, it checks. That checks.
I'm a mute for a
If
second.
you keep reading, right? Well, I like evil characters who try to get to the protagonist to join the evil side. If you use your eyes, I am using eyeball. I've been reading and listening this entire time.
Were you paying attention to any of that? How much of that were you paying attention to, or did you just snap in when
enough for
you
me.
heard beef?
Enough for me to start taking notes into place. I was uh-oh. And
Well,
then when
what
the beef
notes?
clicked, I was like, enough. I have more now. We have we gotta figure out our stuff. We gotta figure out what we're doing because we're getting chased by more people than we can handle. and I'm working with Steel right now because they want to have the power of the Augur at the moment, right? I don't
Yeah.
want to
But
give them
are you
that.
demonstrating it to them in its current state?
I'm demonstrating what I have to prove that the Augur isn't broken, that I'm capable of taking care of it. I promise the Augur I'll protect it. And, you know, getting it back from someone stealing it should also be enough of this, but
All right.
I don't know. Maybe they just need to use their eyeballs.
So it seems like at this point we have a false utopia religious cult to disassemble. And then we have to figure out what's going on with the library.
Yeah, the library is
Speaking
doing
of things
something
with
with
the
that giant
library,
scar.
Z, I think you and Arda should work with Steel to figure out what's up with the Augur and also keep an eye on him. There was another half of that sentence, but I don't know where it went. It's gone now.
It fled. It fled the country down the elevator shaft, probably. No,
Alright.
the fire escape, probably.
Could I get a knowledge roll from Yuzi?
A knowledge roll.
Yeah, to like
Give me one
work through
moment.
the augur stuff.
Yeah. Knowledge, hope, and fear.
And what?
Could I maybe utilize my experience of everything being connected to connect, like
Yeah.
the thinking of like, oh yeah, this cult,
You
the
can also throw
library,
in mad
there's some
ingenuity. You can actually use
connection.
multiple expertise if they both fit.
I guess if we're using the mad ingenuity, it's like I might be insane to let my friend that
It's whatever you want.
Yeah.
So give us the roll.
All right, I'll add the 4. I'm using mad ingenuity and connecting everything. That's a 14 with fear. Ha! Have a fear as a treat, bird. I'm terrified.
Yay, fear! Yummy fear. So, sitting down with it, Steele types in a few things, asking pointed questions about seemingly about things that Steele discussed with the augur beforehand, and keeps getting frustrated as the augur returns a lack of knowledge about what Steele was asking, and the message that my database is incomplete. Please check it back again later after the database has been expanded. Whenever Steele makes pointed questions about certain things.
What
Steele
specific
asks
things is Steele asking? Like,
Steele is
can
asking
I
about
see
a
over?
method to basically create a neural connection between the augur's processing and in his own brain.
Oh, there we're gonna plug in. Okay.
And the augur does not understand anything that is being said to it in response. Terminology like matrix is getting different results than what they were expecting.
One of the results is a very old article about something written, a movie, whatever movie.
Yeah, a very long
and
movie
it keeps
franchise,
saying,
whatever.
the data is missing. What are you looking for? What can I help you with? Asking more questions, but never giving anything of substance. And Steele is starting to get frustrated that the augur is seemingly lacking the data that it had before you removed it.
Am I coming back into the room at this point?
Yeah.
I walk
Steele.
back in and ask Z, how are things going on your end?
Well, Steele, can you at least tell that I haven't been breaking things? I know it's not giving you the right answers, but that's because it's just a teeny tiny variant. We need to get it back to its big boy size.
Steel
From
types
what
a
I
question
understand,
into their keyboard. Why is the auger so much larger than the other thing if it's but has seemingly such different less knowledge now?
from what I understand, the auger is not just what we have here with us. This seems to be the core of it, but most of the knowledge was stored in other pieces that were left down at the bottom of the data well.
A data well has the answers of how to and whatnot. But the auger is probably the catalyst that drives and controls it. If we just have a steering wheel but no car, wait, do we have cars here? I'm double checking myself. Like,
There are vehicles and remnants who are made into vehicles.
yeah. If
They've probably not gotten the technology to make new tires to run on new roads.
yeah,
I don't
it's like
think
the equivalent.
roads would
More
be a good idea.
more Mad Maxy than like
Yeah, I
I don't know
gotta
if it's
double check
really even
myself.
Mad Maxy so much as it is like using remnants as mounts.
Yeah, it can depend. Like the May Trader Caravan have like wheeled vehicles, but that are like designed to go off road, but they're very much jury rigged together.
Yeah. Think about it like a basic, like my computer setup. If I don't have a monitor, even if my computer has things, I can't see all the parts working together in tandem. If I only have one part of it, but I don't have the whole thing, it's operate fully. It doesn't have all the parts to give you the answers because it doesn't have the answers attached to it. Does that make sense?
Arda
Steel?
says it is not spirit. It is not equal. It is not strength. It is not heal. It is not light. It glitches slightly. You would recognize, Fitz, that those were the either the names or titles of some of the greater machine spirits that Arada has mentioned before.
Mm. Information. Information that I don't know where exactly to put on the board with the strings.
If we want to have the
Steel
auger
sighs
work
after a
as
bit more
intended,
and says, I don't think the auger can help me anymore. This is not what I thought it was. If it needs that much physical space, then it can't do what I wanted it.
You said you wanted to integrate it into your equipment?
I nod.
How exactly were you thinking about going about doing that?
He takes out his device and goes and tries to find the auger application there, but it is missing. I had the logs in the application I discussed with the auger before. They're gone now.
I'm going to pull out a cable and connect one end to the auger itself, and then, like, go over to Steel and... May I?
It allows you to plug it in. The application appears again, and Steel opens it to empty logs.
Hmm. The logs might have been stored in the same database that the Augur's no longer connected to. That database was connected to the network. If we can connect the Augur to the network, maybe it can access it remotely.
Do you think that information would be that easily grabbed right out of the net?
In theory, the information was accessible to the Augur through some sort of internal networking. But
The
I
Augur
mean,
never appeared, but was never accessible before the network cut off. Maybe the network is suppressing it.
well, yeah, maybe. We might have to connect the Augur back to the disconnected chunk of the network from Doglaw instead.
We have to go
The
back.
library is taking it.
We have to go back to.
I think we should split up. I will go after the library and try to recover what I can. You can keep the Augur itself safe. Presumably they need both to access the data within. At least if the encryption is any good.
Try not
Alright,
to get
alright.
yourself killed.
I start like freeing them from the rest of their binds. Okay, you kick the library's ass for me, okay?
They nod.
And try not to flub this next robbery or whatever the heck you're doing with them, okay?
Nod again.
So here's a question. What actually happened to Worm?
They
Worm is
exploded.
presumably just keeping watch.
Yeah, they're eating a potato.
Oh,
Yeah.
I meant like out of game.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We
have
had
no
people
idea.
vanish. We're down to just 2 players. We could call it
Pickbook just
here
said,
and then
sorry,
pick up.
GTG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could call it here and pick it up next time when we've got the rest of the party back.
Yeah.
I don't want
we
them
got
to miss
information.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I mean,
think
if we want, we could just do conspiracy corner for a bit.
We could do that.
I'm very interested in hearing what you think is going on now after hearing all of Monty's stuff.
I think most of mine still has to do with the bad nightmare I have, but I'm genuinely thinking that the library is tinkering with a device of some sort, and they've been using the augur to try fueling it, so to speak, or at least try to understand it through the databases that they have. But now that they don't have it, no,
I
wait,
don't
no,
think
library
the red
hasn't been
thing
able to do
is
the-
fueled by the augur. I think the red thing is the power source for the augur.
Yeah,
Because, like, the little one, when it opened up, it charged up everything in the room. And
yeah. If it is
also
a power
defied physics,
source.
but I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it's
defied-
actually a power source. I think it's something that is being used as a power source. There's a pretty big difference there.
I think there's something else to it. I think there's something very spookum-a-bookum about it. It could be the
It's-
fact that it's a giant evil. But
This
could be
theory
any
is
reason.
entirely based off of what Arda said when she was wigging out after the Carrowcroft guys left with the little red thing. She said something about hearing a song, and the song was sad, almost as if it was crying. I think that the red thing is some sort of extra-dimensional intelligence that is not able to interact with us necessarily, but is able to sort of communicate ideas to, like, the network. And I think that whatever they're doing with it to get it to function as a power source is hurting it. Which, you know, hurting the extra dimensional entity that you don't quite fully understand is generally a great idea for everyone involved. That couldn't possibly backfire.
What do you think of what Arda said today, as well as what Monty had to say?
There's
Gonna
definitely
be
something
honest, I
spiritual
forgot to
going
write
on
down
with
what
gods and
Arda said
such.
today.
There's definitely something spiritual about what is going on with the tech.
What did Arda say about the other major machine spirits and how the Augur was not any of them?
They were saying
Equal.
that the Augur
uh,
isn't spiritual.
Yeah, you
I
can.
think, or not spirit.
Might use the wrong like exact like term, but it's like I think it was equal strength, heals, and light.
Yeah, they're
And
not
those are the
light.
names
They
of
are not
the machine
equal.
spirits.
Names or titles or properties, but that they are associated with some of the greater machine spirits that Arda has told you about before.
Mm-hmm.
It would not be incorrect to say like the equal spirit, the strength spirit, uh, the the heal spirit, the light spirit.
I am also interested in the fact of what Steele was mentioning about the generations and all. They are doing something.
The library is also a cult of some sort.
They
Either that or, like, not necessarily a cult, but like a generational wealth hoarding scheme.
I would definitely say generational wealth hoarding, but there's something else to it that my brain.
You got
It
your
was
conspiracy
a very
theories.
specific. There was already a very specific word they said that my brain was. That sounds very specific. That sounds a little. Because they said it was the same generation. They kept saying the same generation, which
Same
means
family.
that same, yeah, the same family. That can at least imply that either that family has been going around a while or something, and maybe I'm mishearing it. I thought of something else.
I think the library is like the same bloodline, and they're passing the leadership of the library down through generations. Ray, I think you're getting that confused with Carrowcroft, because they said that their leader, Kane, has been around basically since before the Ancient Ones disappeared.
Yeah, but if they're both going for the Augur, there must be some purpose for both, right?
I think they're not going for the Augur for the same reasons. I think the library is going for the Augur because it seems like they just hoard knowledge. Like maybe they don't want anybody to be able to accumulate enough knowledge to be able to overthrow their family's leadership. Carrowcroft, on the other hand, their Kane is looking for knowledge so that they can find something called the Ark, which Mani said contains all the creatures of the world. Which sounds to me like a Svalbard seed vault kind of thing, only not just plants.
It
But
sounds also
animals
like
as
some
well.
form of a. I was gonna say it also sounds like a slight bit reference to Noah's Ark as well.
I mean, yeah.
Then again, there's enough. But God references quite enough in here, especially with a cult leader of that type.
But yeah, it sounds to me like Caro Croft is a false utopia where, like, all the bad things going on are hidden.
Yeah, all the bad things gone, but
So,
I'm in
like,
charge. Yeah,
full-on surveillance state kind of thing, and anybody who goes against what the leadership of the society wants probably gets either locked up or disappeared in some way, and that's why they have
By
no
the way,
crime.
it is a coincidence that the Karakroft leader, uh, Kane, has the same name as the guy from Digital Circus.
Oh, I thought that was also another Bible reference, but anyway. A Bible
Yeah, that's
reference
what I was
hurts
thinking.
TTRPG more likely than you think.
I was going with the Cain and Abel sort of thing.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was gonna say that's
interesting.
also like what the Digital Circus also has a connection to, but or at
Is
least
there
some theories
anything else you
about
could
it,
draw on that from? You could expand on that anywhere?
well, we know
Well,
that Abel killed Cain. I think
no,
no,
other way
was it
around.
Cain killing Abel? Yeah, Cain killed Abel.
Cain was the first person to kill another human. He was like one of
Yeah.
Adam and Eve's two sons, and he killed the other one.
Right. I know
Really
my
wild
Bible
that,
things.
like, there were 4 people on Earth, and one of them decided he wanted to reduce the population.
He was told to bong someone with the rock. He didn't know death hadn't happened like that ever. To be fair,
I
like if he, you know,
I don't think he was told to bonk someone with the rock. I
No, he
think
just
he
did
was
it.
just like, I want to
oh,
do
he
this.
just did it.
This guy's
Yeah,
pissing me off. Rock to the head.
it was
Oh
because
no!
it was because something like God didn't like his offering or something.
I think it was because it wasn't even like God didn't like his offering. It was just that God liked his brother's offering more or something.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Jealousy. Which, I'm gonna be honest, as someone who has been bonked in the head by my little brother with a rock because they were jealous of something that I got, I can kind of, like, relate.
As someone who's also got bonked in the head, I too understand how Abel felt when Cain bonked him and killed him.
No, like, legitimately, when I was, I think, probably 12 or something, and my little brother was 6, I was playing in my grandma's backyard, and I was playing with a toy, and my little brother was playing with a different toy, and he decided he wanted the toy that I had, and he hit me in the head with a rock. And now I have a bald spot because of it.
Oh. The more you know. Is that
I
bald
had to go
spot
get
like where your
stitches.
antenna? I was gonna say, is that where your antenna are now? You just like put the little TV antenna there to hide it? Podge is confused.
I'm not confused. I'm just, like, not entirely sure how to respond to that.
So those
Understandable.
conspiracy theories, you started take what? So
Um,
yeah, can you guess any of my influences and where any of my ideas came from?
I think Cain got the name. Cain in the game got the name because he probably, like, killed some people to take over the city of Carrowcroft, gonna be honest. Well, not the city of Carrowcroft. He probably killed some people to try and take power back when, like, the ancient ones were still around and before everything went sideways. And then possibly caused everything to go sideways. And is now trying to rebuild his perfect society. That's kind of a dick move, but like considering they're an evil cult leader impersonating some sort of divine figure, that doesn't sound entirely out of character. Like to just cause the collapse of everything good in the world, just so you can rebuild it the way you want.
Yeah, I mean, if you were the one that would make a clean slate of sorts, yeah.
But
I
yeah,
guess if I was an evil cult leader, yeah, that would make.
I've decided in character that I don't like Kara Croft because, like,
The remnant.
Monty said that they want knowledge. That Kane wants knowledge so they can find the Ark. But I've seen what they're willing to do, and I'm pretty sure that if they get their hands on Arda, they're going to try and get the information out of her in a way that is probably not super pleasant. And Arda is my friend?
Yeah, they kind of have like an anti-tech thing going on for them, right? Well,
It
actually, no,
feels
because some of
like
them have tech, but some of them don't like Remnant specifically, right?
it is specifically the Remnant that they seem to have a problem with. Also, I don't think that I don't think that they have a problem with the Remnant necessarily just because they like hate the Remnant, but probably because the Remnant were part of something that Kane wants to destroy. But also, like, destroying the Remnant comes with ecological concerns, considering that the Remnant are the only things holding up the ecosystem.
Yeah. No more Remnant means no more anything else.
We ain't got
Maybe
any
we need.
animals or any bugs. This Ark
Yeah, we need.
thing supposedly will bring them back, but I don't know how much I would put my faith in that.
Maybe we should take a moment to actively study some of the Remnant. Maybe like a tiny, harmless one. Let's befriend a Remnant.
The grass isn't robots, Cookie. All the plants are still there.
Yeah, they still got lemon trees and strawberries and seedless watermelon.
I think probably the way like the fall of society happened was have any of y'all played Horizon Zero Dawn?
I've not,
Yeah.
but I am like aware that it's like giant robot dinosaur type things that you jump around and climb on.
So in Horizon Zero Dawn, spoiler warning, uh some tech bro did something really fucking stupid that caused literally the end of the world. Like all life on Earth was completely wiped out by it. And the way the world got to the state that it's in is because a AI called Gaia, I think,
That would make sense.
was
Gaia is
created.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, Greek
yeah, no,
primordial.
that's another game where names have meanings. But yeah, Gaia was created to like it had a bunch of different functions that it would do in like order. And the first one was to stop the thing that destroyed the world from destroying it again, like completely shut it down. And then after that, the next phase was to clean up the oceans and the atmosphere to the point where the planet could support life again, and then start refeeding the ecology. But because, like, it needs something to do that with, all of the machines that you run into in the game are actually designed to, like, serve a function within that, like, measure of reseeding the ecology. So, like, there's these ones that look like alligators, only really friggin' big. They're the ones that would have been used to, like, purify the water. So, like, they pull a bunch of water in and filter it and then spit it back out. And then there's also, like, they're called thunderbirds or something. They're giant hawks that can shoot lightning. They're the ones that were doing, like, the same thing for the air.
Zapdos.
Yeah, but made of robot.
Yeah.
But yeah, every machine has its own function within the system to, like, restore the ecology of the planet. I'm thinking that that's kind of the same thing the Remnant are doing.
You think
Or
that
are meant to be doing.
I put enough thought into these to give each remnant a function or role that it fulfills, even though that and their resemblance to animals is largely coincidental or intentional based on what they were replacing?
I don't know if you would have necessarily gone that deep with it. I wouldn't put it past you. But, like, in Horizon Zero Dawn, the reason they look like animals is actually explained as, like, one of the sub-functions of Gaia is a different AI named Hephaestus, and its role is specifically to design and manufacture the machines. And as it's, like, designing its own machines, it's, like, optimizing the designs for efficiency in their specific tasks, and that's why the machines in Horizon Zero Dawn look like animals, is because, like, something that's built and evolved for swimming is going to be very good at swimming, so if you want to make a robot that's very good at swimming, then, you know, it might just happen to look the
Convergent.
same way.
Convergent
Yeah.
evolution, but artificial.
Yeah, basically. That's the same reason why, like, the ones that are designed for moving cargo and, like, transporting resources, some of them look like bison, and they're the ones who do it over long distances and, like, flat terrain-ish. And then some of them look like crabs, because sometimes you need to move resources over rough terrain. I don't know, Horizon Zero Dawn is a good game. They made a lot of lore for it, and I very much enjoy the lore. I could go on a whole, like, 2-hour rant about why the bad guy is arguably the worst example of humanity as a species, but I don't want to bore anyone. And also, we're talking conspiracy theories about this game, not a different game.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's important to
I'll-
make that connection because you're using that to expand on what you are thinking and what your predictions are. For
Yeah.
example, like the design of the remnants. Obviously, the ones you fought were like you fought like scorpion ones that did stuff down in the place, and apparently they could fit into the air ducts.
Yeah, I'm thinking those guys were actually, like, built for maintenance, because, you know, they have to be crawling around inside the air ducts and getting into places where, like, a humanoid robot might not fit so well, and a Roomba-type robot might not be able to access. If you want something to crawl through the inner workings, you need to give it the ability to crawl.
Very interesting. I don't think
Now
anyone's
I'm actually
nope.
thinking about some of the other designs for the remnants. The one that we fought in, like,
I'm
right
not
when we
just
got into
smiling
town.
and nodding. I'm jotting a note or two down. I'm keeping my theories slightly to myself because I'm a little embarrassed of my silly theories.
That's what we're here for. Let the theories out.
Nah. I need more data. I need more lines to connect. I need more.
This is the conspiracy theory table. Let's hear what you got. Let's hear the crazy things. Do you think that there is an alien consciousness out there that is being prodded and poked to fuel power sources?
I do.
I think that maybe the arc might have been a way of getting rid of maybe of some sort, and maybe the tech might be ran more on what was the animal spirits as tech, maybe?
I think the arc was sort of a backup plan. So, obviously, if your society is creating an ecological collapse and it's kind of doomed, you're going to do everything you can to try and prevent it, which is why we have Remnant that, like, do things like pollinate plants and, like, whatever the other Remnant do. But then you wouldn't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So I think the arc is like either a backup plan or a next step. So say if the Remnant fail to preserve the current ecology and everything goes sideways anyway, then there might be some way to fix up the world and then set creatures from the arc loose to repopulate it. I think that theory time. I think that the plan with the Remnant is working, but it's not done yet. So, like, they set the thing with the Remnant in motion to rebuild the world and restore it to the point where it could, like, sustain itself on its own again. But the Remnant are still working on it. They're still fixing shit. And I think this Kane guy is trying to get ahead of where everything's at. Like, he thinks it's going too slowly. And he wants to just
I'm
skip
trying to remember.
ahead.
Did you find out the name of Steele's former boss?
I
I
remembered we have a
think we
moment
did,
with
but
it, but I don't remember the name off the top of
it
my
was
head.
like a picture that we found in the data vault of her looking like the same age that she was. I don't know if we ever actually found out her name.
That was a library member, founder. It was a family photo, I think.
Steele found a photo of the. I got a photo from their time at the library, and then you used that to you projected that to get through the doors.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you've given that any more thought.
I remember that in the photo, even though it was a very, very old photo, the former boss lady was like the same age. I don't think we got her name. She's obviously got something weird going on with her if she's like old as shit, but not looking old as shit.
Again, I still think something's fishy with the library. They're definitely trying to hack something of some sort if they can do that. But how they're doing that.
I feel like the library was more interested in the red thing in the basement than they were in the Augur, and they only really wanted the Augur as a way to learn about the red thing. Because, like, the red thing is obviously a very good power source.
And I'm gonna echo what Cookie said. That if you say something now and it turns out that you were right, then you get to look back at this and then clip it and be like, I called it! I called it!
Yeah, that's the fun thing about conspiracies.
Yeah.
You throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. And then, like, 3 months down the road, you get to be like, ha! I was right!
But my spaghetti, my spaghetti. If I throw spaghetti on the wall, okay, I guess the metaphor falls apart if I throw spaghetti and see what sticks. I can't eat the spaghetti that's on the wall if it's not sticky
You can eat the
spaghetti.
rest of the spaghetti. You can eat all
The
the
ones
floor
that
spaghetti
don't
that fell
stick?
off the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like,
what
if
was
I
saying?
throw out a theory that's like Kane, the leader of Carrowcroft, actually is Kane from the Amazing Digital Circus. They are one and the same.
Yes,
And
yes.
the reason he wants to find the Ark is so that he can take all of the animals from the Ark and turn them into digital avatars to fill up his digital circus. Like,
No.
that
How do you
sounds
think he gets his
entirely
gloinks?
incorrect.
How the hell do you think he gets his gloinks? He's got to get the
By
auger to
taking
make
animals.
the gloinks.
No, see, Kane takes the animals and he uploads their consciousness into the digital circus. And because they're animals and not like sapient human beings, they don't really like upload in a way that makes them aware enough. So they just end up being polygons and bouncing around on the floor. Obviously.
Obviously. Yes. Does
No,
he
he
put the
doesn't
VR
put the
headset
VR
on?
headset on the animals. That would be ridiculous. He
Okay,
has completely different VR headsets for all the different kinds of animals. Do
Did
you
Yeah, they
know
do
really
actually
think
put
that a
VR headsets
VR
on cows now because a cow that
Yeah.
thinks it's out in like a big, beautiful field is a lot happier and produces more milk.
Yes, but those are VR
Yeah.
headsets specifically made for cows. You can't
Yeah.
take just
No, they
like
just
a
put two
human-shaped
regular
VR
ones.
headset on.
No, they put two regular ones on. Like one on each
Really?
eyeball because they're on the yeah, if you see I
That
don't
is
know.
a
I'd have to double look.
waste
A
of
bit,
like
yeah.
2 screens. Also, how are you going to fit that on a chicken?
That's a very good question.
You have to
Also,
get like
birds have like
chicken-specific VR headsets.
cow VR sets. I'll admit with my weird nightmare thing, I still think the scar has something rapture. And if we are using biblical if we are using biblical reference, I think they did an animal, and that's why there's like a no animal, and then they might have
Are
gone
you
into the
saying that
remnant.
they like took the consciousnesses of all the cows and like merged them together and that's what the red scar thing is?
It could be either that or the tiny red devices animal, and that's also what possibly happened to humanity. So all the spirits are actively in the machines and actively communicating with each other, which is where you get your BFF friend.
No,
They're
hold on,
just of
hold
a
on, hold
previous
on.
thing.
So the big scar thing that we found in the basement that was like 10 feet tall or something, that one's all of the cow souls put together because cows
I don't think
cows
it's
cows watch
just the
sunsets.
cows.
No, hold on.
How's
Let me
it
finish.
them?
Let me
Okay,
finish.
okay.
That one is
Okay.
all the
Are we
cow
just
souls, and then the really tiny one that Steel found on the ground, that one's like all the pigeon souls, because pigeons don't have a
okay.
lot of like soul in them.
I'm
Pigeons are kind of just there.
imagining a farmer going
So,
out to their
like,
farm and all their cows start flying away in beams of light like they're all being abducted by holy angels.
Okay, but to be fair, let me just put this under a funny perspective. Did you ever think that like the whole UFO abducting cows thing could also be representative of that? Because if you looked at a biblically accurate angel, that shit looks like a fucking scary ass alien. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just Cookie, pigeons don't have a lot of soul in them. Who are you?
So
Who are you
so
to
following this
decide the
theory
soul
of like souls and stuff, are you thinking then that like or like just like other dimensional thing, like do you think that like they're accessing like an alternate universe? Like is this like a metaphysical like afterlife thing, or what do you think that it is that they're connecting to?
I think that it is a different plane of existence that now exists. There's the like
Connected to the
I don't
D&D
want to.
world.
I want to say it's like cyberspace now because they fabricated a plane of existence for spirits to, and thus technically they fabricated a new dimension that we can't fucking connect to outside of the physical limitations, but digitally they possibly, hence the network TM. I think that if it is something else, it's probably got horrors in it. Nightmares
going to
beyond
draw
comprehension.
information from another video game. In Satisfactory, you're dropped on an alien planet, and the alien planet has a consciousness. Like, there's this sort of crystalline stuff you can find that is alive and aware, and it has kind of this hive mind thing going on. I think that the Red Scar might be something kind of like that. Like, it's not strictly a singular entity, and it's not necessarily something in like a different dimension or a different plane, or like like some sort of weird alien thing. I'm thinking it might be something that's just like it's there, and we don't have the capacity to like see it or like interact with it. It's kind of like electromagnetic fields, is what I'm saying. Like, it's a thing that is all around us constantly, but we as humans don't have the hardware built into ourselves to really, like, see
Perceive
much
it.
more than a sliver of it.
Yeah. We might be able to see it in action, but like only if it allows to, so
No,
to speak,
like,
or has like more focused into it, I suppose. If we're talking about electromagnetism, because electromagnetism, you can't see that it's actively there, but you can see it lifting shit. You can see it
no.
move
Okay,
stuff.
hold on. Electromagnetism, you can see it's actually there. That's
Uh,
actually like light. Light is an
oh,
electromagnetic wave. We
shit,
can
you're
only
right.
see a very small sliver of the spectrum, is what visible light is. Because we don't have any sensory organs that are attuned to like ultraviolet light or radio waves.
If only I was born a shrimp, I'd be able to, probably.
Actually, shrimp can see fewer colors than we can.
I thought they saw
It's like
colors that don't
mantis shrimp,
exist.
isn't it?
Sorry, what bird?
Mantis shrimp or something?
Either
Like,
that or
which are neither mantis nor shrimp.
I don't know about mantis shrimp and how their eyes work exactly, but
I think I've seen like I saw a video a while back where it's like about like them having like 6 like more cones of to assess light than we do or something.
yeah,
It was in
so
some comedic video about how like their claw snap is so fast that it like a like very dry narration talking about how like their claw snap is so fast that it like creates like light because it moves so quickly that it creates a vacuum briefly or something.
yeah, it's a lot of energy.
the
It's
mantis shrimp
actually quite
punch
useful.
thing is it like yeah, so
It
it's
is
so quick that it
strong.
creates a vacuum pocket on the front end because like once they're done with the actual motion, there's still momentum in the water. So that creates a vacuum pocket, which is a strong enough force to ionize the water around it and turn it into plasma, and that's why it flashes. But also the shrimp colors thing, that's a whole different tirade. Humans have 3 different kinds of cone cells in our eyes. One of them can see green wavelengths, one of them is tuned to blue wavelengths, and one of them is tuned to red wavelengths.
Yeah,
And
RGB.
they're fairly sensitive so that you can actually detect a fairly broad range of wavelengths with each one. Um, and then we have a lot of processing power in our brains that allows us to like
mathematically like figure out how light work to see
Yeah.
thing.
It can like mix the signals. So that's the reason why you can see yellow. When you're seeing yellow, you're actually like, it's setting off the red cone cells this much, and it's setting off the green cone cells this much, which means that it's somewhere in between that.
Yeah.
With shrimp and other creatures, they have a lot more of the cone cells, but they don't have the processing power in their brain. So they need more cone cells to be able to see more distinct colors because they can't mix and match the like amounts the way our brains can. So even though shrimp have like 13 to 16 different flavors of cone cell in their eyes, they actually see fewer colors than we do because they can't extrapolate from the values to see different colors.
So what you're
But if you
saying
were a
is
shrimp, the sky would be purple.
So what you're saying is that I need to swap eyeballs with a shrimp. And just the eyeballs.
I don't think that would work because your brain is designed to work with the 3 cone cells, not 15 or 16.
That sounds like a skill issue. I'll figure it out. I then just have a lobster brain attached to myself as well. I'll have more.
Basically,
out.
if you like want to use technology as an analogy, human eyes are kind of crappier cameras, but we have much better image processing software to clean up the image from the crappy cameras. Shrimps don't have the good image processing software, so they developed better cameras. But yeah, also, if you are a shrimp and you look up at the sky is purple, not blue. Which I think is like one of the biggest robberies in all of human history, is that the sky is not purple for us.
I need to. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything. Not doing anything. Not doing anything. Don't. I mean,
Your
don't mind.
conspiracy corner has devolved into
Don't mind
shrimp.
me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I move on with my life.
But yeah, that's the whole shrimp eyes fun fact tirade, which I just keep in
So
my back pocket to whip out at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
very appreciated. So a shrimp would not be able to see what you are presuming is some kind of extra dimensional being that exists uh that exists all around the world or something, or like overlaps in like the fourth dimension.
Yeah, kind of. Like, I think it's some sort of consciousness that's not necessarily tied to a physical form.
Very interesting.
Like, it's obviously there and it's obviously intelligent and it's trying to communicate, which I think is what Arda was picking up on with the like singing and dancing thing that she did. I just think we don't have anything that can actually understand its language. And I'm thinking the ancient ones probably did not know that it was like conscious. They somehow picked up the energy readings from it and were like, hey, there's this weird field that we can detect and we can maybe harness it. And they didn't stop and think about whether or not they should try and harness it.
Do you think that this is still sufficiently sci-fi, or do you think that I'm getting metaphysical?
I feel like there's a Jurassic Park quote here that I can say of like they kept thinking about how they could do it. Consider if they should do it.
Honestly, Bird, I don't think it's getting any less sci-fi with the getting metaphysical thing. Because,
fun.
like, that idea of an extra-dimensional consciousness thing, that can be sci-fi depending on how you do it. Like, you
So
go far
excited.
enough into science fiction and you start getting, like, Bible stuff. like, I have this theory rolling around in my head that if angels actually do exist, they're not like they're pretty sci-fi. My version of angels.
You don't know about my about how when I about me saying the smiley emoticon. basically, basically in our D&D game, whenever someone says something that I don't want to answer or I think is gonna be telling one way or the other, I just send a little emoticon smiley face as just its own message. And Cookie is
The
saying that I
smile
that
of an
that
ominous.
my reaction just now is me doing a verbal version.
Mhm.
And I very much appreciate your theories. Uh, I don't think I'm going to. I do not plan on dramatically changing anything that I have got planned based on your theories. So anything you've gotten right will still be right when it comes to time to reveal, and you get to jump up and down about it.
No, honestly, don't change things because I
Yeah, yeah.
guessed
No,
right.
I've
If
seen what happens when movie studios play hot potato with directors and mystery boxes, trying to figure out like, ooh, I know the best way to shock an audience.
Yeah, no, I was about to say there have been so many times where movies have just utterly flopped because like
No,
they
I'm.
were
If anything, I'm gonna triple down.
yeah. No, if I'm able to like put the pieces together and like
Yeah,
figure
then
this
that's a
out
sign
before
that
it's
you
all
are paying
revealed.
attention, and I am doing a good job laying things out in a way where you start thinking, "Is this where it's gonna go?" Before it actually reveals, and then if I the true test is gonna be if I can pull off the reveal of like, here's what's actually been going on, and if you are still surprised and shocked by it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, somebody being able to guess where your story is going before the end of the story means that you've done well with the foreshadowing. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a
Unless,
bad
of course,
thing
they're
whatsoever.
guessing where your story is going without any knowledge of where the story has been so far. If they can just completely predict it off the bat with no foreshadowing whatsoever, then it might be a little bit tropey and predictable.
Cookie said, honestly, my favorite part about theories is finding out you're right about one thing, then going insane.
I like
Yeah,
I like that I like hearing your theories because it reinforces to me that I'm doing a good job putting things together. Because my early years of running games like these, I did not get that kind of feedback, and I was just expected to just keep trucking along, no matter what I did. No one gave me this kind of feedback back, and this kind of like of just I am interested, and I have been put. My brain has been thinking about this.
I'm still trying to figure out how the augur fits into everything else because, like,
I've given you quite a
so
few clues.
the augur's real name, given name, is Zarathustra, which is like the
Yep.
founder of Zoroastrianism, which
Uh-huh.
implies that the augur is intended to be like a prophet or leader that leads all of humanity into a better future or something like that.
I believe that is in
But
line with what it told you when you asked what its purpose was.
that too, that basically confirms that part of the theory. Um, but like it was created by someone.
Yep.
And who's to say that that someone, their idea of a better future is actually like, ooh, okay, so Cain being named Cain implies the existence of an Abel. Maybe Abel is the person who created the augur,
That's why they're not
and
around, maybe.
yeah,
Well,
maybe. And like, so this Abel person, maybe they actually did want to create a utopia for humanity. And so they made the Augur to be like this guide and provider of information. And then Cain killed him and took over, and then things went to shit. And now Cain is trying to find the things that Abel left behind, because he thinks that if he has access to the things that Abel left behind, he will be able to take Abel's original plan and twist it to his own ends. Would imply that the Augur is actually like, yes, good, guide humanity forward, but at the moment it kind of seems like the Augur is just a little bit dumb.
I feel that the Augur might be more of like a gear in place of what happened. Everyone needs it in order.
I think the
like-
Augur might not actually be finished yet. Like, maybe this able person was working on the Augur and making it better and improving it, and then they got murked. And they didn't get to finish the job. There are so many plot threads here.
The Augur is just along for the ride. It's a passenger princess at this point.
I'll remind you
really
that I
kind of
don't
get
name things randomly in these games. I have been very deliberate about these name choices,
Where's my phone?
as well as the names of the episodes, the names of the NPCs, though those, I will admit, are largely puns, some of them. Monty is
love
from
the
Monitor.
Oh, because they monitored us. Oh, God damn it!
Neon is pretty obvious. Neon lights. And he's...
Speaking of Neon, did he survive the city getting attacked?
He survived, but he is... Had I thought about it before, there would probably have been a scene of Fitz pulling him out of the rubble of his bar, and him just having a breakdown over not knowing what to do, and having lost his business, as well as the Augur, which was basically his assistant, and a lot of things.
Well, I mean, he still knows the old recipe for the drink, right?
Yeah.
You don't get a drink named after yourself without, like, kind of memorizing the recipe.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the original Neon's Best is a lot better than the new Neon's Best. Yeah. He can start over. Where the heck did I put my phone? It's just gone.
It's because it's an easy... It's how meaning works. Everything has meaning, and you just even if you don't think it consciously, every word has associations with other words because of use history, and because of that, you can impart meaning just by referencing something else.
Yes, but now you've gone and made me do this thing where I have to think about the associations consciously this time around. I hope nobody
Neon,
ate my
I'll just
phone.
admit, it's because he's a brightly colored frogman, and his bar sign was a neon sign.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Neon Genesis saving Galleon, which also has biblical. I'm just kidding.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? What? Make all the theories you want. Do you think that
We're gonna get to like the end of the campaign, and the final boss is gonna be like this red Gar thing has finally had enough of our shit and decided to get aggressive, and like we're gonna
The
try our
third-
best to stop it, but ultimately fail, and then this frog guy is gonna show up with a big stick and stab it. That's how it's
Yeah.
gonna go.
We're gonna have a third world impact type thing.
uh, uh,
Yeah.
at,
Dumbass.
at the end of the campaign, I just drop an angel on you.
No, I'm saying that the Red Cross thing is an angel.
Oh, that would be fun.
Or angel adjacent.
Or I could just
I
drop
was
like just drop an Ava on you.
I was gonna say earlier that I have this sort of vaguely sci-fi theory that the angels, like the biblically accurate wheels of light and fire kind of angels, are not like not divine necessarily, but they're the same kind of extra dimensional entities that we can't strictly observe in most situations. Like, they're the three-dimensional shadow of a four-dimensional thing. They're the effects that it has on our universe that we can't observe, and they're trying to communicate with us. And then also that theory developed into like a whole sort of pseudo-religious science fiction concept of like
I will
the
remind you all,
angels.
or I'll remind you all that I did watch 2001: A Space Odyssey before this campaign started.
I have not watched 2001: A Space Odyssey in a long, long time, and what the last time I did, I was too young to understand most of it. I need to watch that again.
Yeah, you gotta work out
So
my
yeah,
ideas.
going on a
Reverse
side tangent, I had this idea for like a science fiction, fantasy, not exactly any of those things story where like basically take that concept of an angel that I just explained
Mm-hmm.
and like now imagine these fourth dimensional beings are seeing how we're running ourselves into the ground and driving our own species to extinction, and they come along and try to stop it. And so the angels are like making their presence very known, but of course, humanity being humanity is very antagonistic towards that. Uh, so like we start a war with the angels, and then we find out that the 20-foot wheels of eye and fire are the little ones. I thought about writing a short story about that.
Cookie's making jokes about the fact that I've been telling Cookie all the secrets, so uh Cookie is aware of all of the Cookie is aware enough to know what you have gotten close on, what you have gotten right, and what you're completely out of the ballpark. And I will not say what is what or how much of it, any of that has been.
Please do not tell me any of that. I do not
Yeah,
want spoilers. I want to see where this story goes.
yeah. What? Actually, question. I would like to know what your thoughts currently are, Ray, on the machine spirits, because Paj made them. Paj gave me them to me as like a concept, and now I'm starting to do stuff with them. But you, Ray, you don't know what they are to begin with, or anything about the expectations of them. Ray's not here, so Paj, if you would like to explain what you're thinking I'm doing with them,
No,
you can.
Sorry. I didn't die. I'm respectfully trying to be. I did not. I unsploded. I went. I'm back.
I want to hear Ray's theories about the machine spirits before I explain what I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Because, like you said,
Well-
it started off as an idea you got from me, so I have like a vague idea of where it started, and I can kind of extrapolate from that. But I want to hear Ray's thoughts.
See, the thing that I'm thinking is that they experimented by using the animals first because animal experimentation go burr. That is the main thing that I thought of. Because I'm assuming that humanity does in some way or shape or form exist at some point it turned into a fantastical one.
You think that like all the elves and the dwarves and the Infernus and all used to were like at one point just people, ordinary humans?
Yeah.
Like
I was thinking that that there was just basic humanity and whatnot. Experimentation started, and then things happened. I think that the Augur still had something to do with it. I still think that there definitely had some resulting things. I think the scar is more of a like what happened after the experimentation. I feel that if they were experimenting with animals and all of the livestock and beef and whatnot, the result
you're thinking
is
that
the
the
fact that
you're thinking that the machine spirits that Arada was talking about uh are like the souls of animals or something?
yeah, the souls of animals specifically. I also think Ardo's a person that got put into a machine. I genuinely am just like, that's a person. That's just a person. They're not supposed to live in a machine, which is why they're dealing with this weird virus. They're not supposed to live in there. I think that's what that is. And trying to find a cure is trying to help them move on. You know, go to the afterlife. They're not in an afterlife. They're in this weird middle space that technically didn't exist. And now that it does, it's creating this weird rift in between that is stuff to happen. Weird being like the equivalent of explaining that this is kind of how magic is. There's no magic. Tech. The tech is magic. The technological advance caused the weird shit's the magic shit. Please understand, I'm just unable to speak.
Are you still working
think
through the dreams nonsense?
No, doy!
Okay, so
Yes!
so this theory is coming from the beef dreams.
Possibly from the beef dreams. No, okay, no, I gotta, I should probably. So,
Would
I
Z have
wrote
joined
this.
Monty, defected to Carracroft, had Monty made the beef offer while Z was in the room?
See, the thing is that Z wants to get beef for Worm because it was said that it was the feast of the gods. That is
And the guy
one
who said that was
reason
a
why
sham.
Yeah, he might be a sham, but the fact that the food doesn't really exist and is hard to get to, that's still something very interesting. And I want Worm to taste something that's hard to get to. That seems like a worthy goal. That's all I'm saying. I also want to just put out there, I'm pretty sure that it's more coincidence because there's no way a joke of what is beef has transpired into this. But cows themselves are holy symbols. So maybe following a cow is the
Oh yeah, the golden
holy
calf
symbol.
that's literally biblical.
Yeah, it's biblical and it's a holy symbol in a lot of other religions, not just biblical. There's a point of like it's anchored to being something that can help point you in directions. They are sacred for a reason. Um, it's the very fact that if we possibly continue down the path to understand what beef is, and that understand where the beef went, we might be able to understand what the fuck happened to the previous humanity, the remnants, and how they formed, why the library has been able to keep up big thing in which like they don't seem to really age but have been around for time. The bounty hunter. I'm still weirded out at the fact that the bounty hunter has a name that's very similar to Z and already was starting to chase me for reasons, TM. It's all connected. It's all connected. And if it's me that's goofing this up, if I do end up being the thing that breaks the auger, and that's what causes the scar, I'm gonna flip a table. And I really hope that's not the case. because I don't want to be the thing that's like, oops, you're the reason why cows don't exist. Congrats, no more animals. Yor did this. Live with the hell you created. That's also now
The
a new
thing you said
theory
about
I've also...
following the beef and finding the answers because we followed the beef, actually, like, you might be onto something with that.
Exactly. I think, like, as much as I know that we've been joking about what is beef, I genuinely think that we still need to find out what beef is, because the closer we go to finding beef, the closer we get to answer. I'm being
Knowing-
dead serious.
Knowing out of character what I know about where the machine spirits thing started, I think you are way off the mark with your theory about it being the animals turned into machines. But, like,
Damn.
do you want me to explain
No.
the
no,
out of character starting point that I gave Bird?
No.
Or do you want to just see where it goes?
I just want to. I want to see how deep the beef hole goes. Okay.
How deep the beef hole goes?
That I'm already. I'm gonna check my quotes. I have a feeling I'm gonna put it there.
You're gonna need to wait like 30 seconds.
Understand. Thank you. Thank you.
Ray, have you ever heard of a game called Thank Goodness You're Here? I feel like your sense of humor would get you.
Is that the one where you play as, like, the little yellow dude in the British town?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There's a section where you get, like, swallowed into, like, a ham. A ham or something, and it's like everything's made out of meat, and all the meat starts talking to you.
I
Oh
remember seeing
no.
that part of the game. That part was kind of disturbing. I'll be honest, the whole
That's
game is a little bit disturbing,
Yeah.
but in, like, a funny way.
yeah. I think I have seen like some gameplay of it, and yes, I do. Like if it's a little lad trying to help by doing things and interacting.
Yeah. Like, there's a guy who
Yeah.
can't get who's trying to get a coin that fell down a grate, and so you have to get him a big thing of butter.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah. That is my sense of humor. Thank you. To be a little guy, to do silly whimsical things, cause chaos, and that is yeah. I do
So-
think that yeah. I think honestly that is a good portion of what my theories are, aside from a few other outlier ones, but I'm trying to find connections to those as we play, so I'm not telling those ones.
Have you
'cause
have you got
science.
any ideas of what the big thing that I've been dangling in front of you since since session 1 has been, that uh that I've not that I've kept up this whole time, and every session has one of these in it, and I've continued to do, and I will continue to do even after you figure it out?
We're in hell. We're in purgatory. Bird is torturing us. That's my. I'm joking. We died. We're in hell. This is hell. This is what we're going
That's-
through.
That's the whole twist. The twist is that this is actually hell, and that's why there's only people here and no animals, because the animals go to heaven.
Yeah, they were clearly raptured. Didn't you see the cows flying? The cows were good little boyos. They did a good job. What is beef? Beef is the holiest thing. You will never be able to reach them. I will get beef if it's the last thing I do.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, side tangent. The dude said that beef was like the feast of the gods.
uh-huh.
Oh wait, he wasn't from Carrowcroft, he was from the library. Or
He
the
was
Yeah,
a
he's
s-
no,
he
he's
was-
he's just a
I-
he was like a sham pilgrim, I think.
Yes,
specifically.
I literally modeled him. I literally modeled him after what was what's the partner from the Canterbury Tales.
He's a faker. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he knows nothing. He claimed that he like spoke with the Augur in person. He was all a sham. Um, he got to the elevator, heard a spooky sound, and left.
I was going to just like theorize that maybe he knows that beef is the food of the gods because Cain, the guy who claims to be a god, has like some sort of lab-grown meat, but that wouldn't make sense because
Zeta also mentioned
he's
gods.
Yeah, they mentioned 12 gods. I have that in my notes. I need to know who are those gods. I'm waiting to get the god notes on that. Technically, if we're counting the whatever the heck these are, if Cain is a god, sure. If the library counts as a god, that's 2. If Kara, wait, we already counted Kara.
Pilgrims?
If Augur counts as 1, the pilgrims, that's like what, 3? But I don't think that like I don't think that's it. That can't be it. My brain said no. Theory doesn't work. Brain said nuh-uh. I don't think it makes sense. Thus, I don't exactly know the affiliation that the bounty hunter has outside of the fact it wants to kill me. That's the only thing I know about Zeta. Zeta? What about him? They want to kill me. Why?
I'm excited to learn more about where Bird has gone with the machine spirits because, like, he name dropped 4 of the big ones, and I'm assuming that the name of the machine spirit relates to its function, and I have theories about 2 of them. I kind of maybe like might know what a third one does, but I have no idea what light would be doing. I'm
I've
thinking like Heals would be the machine spirit in charge of like taking care of the environment. And like
I'll
all
also
the
just
other
point out
machine
that
spirits.
that is also Arda trying to translate the name's meaning because obviously the meaning does not exist so the meaning and like the exact term might be different because Arda is trying to keep up with the fact that you're speaking a language that Arda was not programmed in.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah, I've got all that figured out. I've also got, hang on, let me count. I've got a few more that I could have thrown out, but those were the big ones. Some of them. I've got a list. A little part of me is upset that we didn't get to show you the remnant that I designed specifically for this session because we had to cut it short, but I'm okay with it.
We can do that
that
next
I
session.
Yeah. Well, no, no. Okay, sorry.
It gives
I had to
perfect time
I
for next
I
session.
drew them today after waking up before the session because I didn't have them yet.
Okay, but we'll still get to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, now there's
Unless
I
we
know, it's just
completely
it's just
derail
yeah.
things in the next session.
yeah. It's not like that could ever happen. Nope.
Why would we
Yep.
do something like that? That would just
Why
be
would-
silly. It's not like
Yeah.
we're
Why
gonna
would we
talk
do
our way
that?
out of a fight and then throw a guy out a window to start the fight again and then pull him back in through the window and talk our way out of the fight again. That would
It's
be
not
just
like
silly. Why would we do anything like
Yeah,
that?
we definitely can't do that.
gotta get you've got to figure out what you want to do with the auger, where you're going to go to keep it safe, because right now every faction seems to know it's somewhere around here.
Yeah. And it doesn't help that we showed Monty, the definitely trustworthy person. I'll never trust pretty women ever again. Never again. As Z. I'll never trust pretty people.
I think if we want to hide the auger, we have like 3 different options. We can either go which way is right on a map? East?
I just realized that that when we were doing session 0 stuff, one of you named the fields, the grassland fields, uh, down by Z's home after beef.
I think that was a complete coincidence. I think. I don't
Yep.
think the beef thing meant anything.
I mean, maybe you have to go to the fields of Aif to be able to find the secret to find the secret of the meaning of the auger. Maybe that's where the activation the code phrase is to get through the security.
The fields of
go to
Aif?
to
Is that what it
understand
is?
beef.
Yeah. AEEF.
Ah.
This is fine. This is
See, I was
fine.
thinking that if we want to like hide the auger, we could either go east towards Argent and hide out in that city. We can go west towards Calcaris and hide out in that city. Or we can just like piss off into the wilderness.
Remember, the library, Carocraft Walkaway, and May Trader Caravan roam, so their positions on the map are not set.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Carocroft Walkaway and the library are both somewhere near Doglaw right now. Although I guess they do have smaller walkers. They don't have to drive the whole city over every time they want to go buy milk or something.
You don't know that. What if they do? What
Yeah,
if
they.
do
Well,
I
I
mean,
just for fun?
they probably have their own. They probably know where they can get have their own thing to milk walnuts or whatever, almonds.
Wait, if they have milk. Wait a minute.
It's made
Wait
from
a
almonds.
minute.
You make milk from almonds, don't you know that?
Yeah, you know what else you can make milk out?
Oats?
Cashews.
Soy.
Actually,
have
I
so
don't know
many
if you can
nuts.
make cashew milk.
Yeah, you can. Cashew milk's good.
Cashew
I-
milk a thing? Oh, it
I
is.
think. Yeah. There's like chocolate cashew milk, which is like really, really tasty.
I like cashew milk ice cream.
Yeah. It's very rich.
Do you want to know
and
something fun?
Cashew milk has like a good fat.
Cashews, like the trees, produce a fruit.
Yeah.
And the
We
nut
just eat
is
the nuts.
actually just a flower that shriveled up.
Yeah, it's like on the tip of the fruit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something in my brain said that the fruit is actually poisonous. But I think I might be wrong about that. I
don't
mean, it
remember.
probably is not, considering that Wikipedia says that the fruit can be processed into a sweet juice or fermented and distilled into liquor.
Ooh, distilled cashew fruit. I don't know my alcohol.
That's
very
probably the
well.
main ingredient in Neon's Best.
It's like a little thing on the thing of like warning contains thing.
Yeah. All the all the people with nut allergies died a long time ago in this world.
Instead of nut allergies, everybody's just lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
I'd say lactose intolerance is the default because it was just the group of Europeans who gaslit themselves into consuming dairy so much that those genes got passed on.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
that's why everyone's lactose intolerant now, is because nobody's had lactose for 100 years.
yeah, except the freaks who like eating cheese from I would know I'm a freak that likes cheese.
Cheese from where?
The
String
cheese
cheese?
is lactose free.
It is?
The cheese in this world is lactose free. The cheese in the real world is not lactose free.
I was saying that I eat cheese.
No, but like the
I the
people in this
person,
world
not
who
I the
eat
player in the game.
cheese.
Yeah. Yeah, they
The
don't
people
eat
in the
cheese
game
because
world
cheese
who
doesn't
eat cheese.
exist.
No, cheese does
Yeah.
exist. It's just made from like nuts,
Yeah, plant cheese.
soy,
Nut
It's all
cheese?
day,
soy
yeah.
cheese.
Nut cheese?
Yeah,
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay.
not that kind of nut cheese though.
I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about and what your insinuation is. But I'm not going to ask for clarification.
Bert does not want to know where that be.
Honestly, that's probably the best option for your mental health. I never used my other
Probably.
prayer die.
Oh, we didn't get a
We're just-
chance.
We're just going to.
Keep it like a mousecatool. Save it for later.
I rolled a 13 with fear, but it's actually a 15. Because I used my other prayer die to add 2. Don't worry about it.
You succeed at at doing whatever you were doing, but unfortunately you're rerolled with fear, so the Kraken is unleashed.
Ah,
Oh,
thanks,
I'm
Fitz.
kidding.
You released the Kraken.
that's not
You
a
got
kraken. That's
Kraken!
Monty, but like 30 feet tall.
Why is Monty 30 feet tall?
Oh yeah,
The
I wanted
better
to show you
question
that
is, why does
that
she have
Cookie
a
made
knife?
Cookie made art of Monty with a knife and showing the Kara Croft.
She looks a little bit crazy, but also in kind of a hot way.
That is a choice of word.
I want to see it now.
Are you not in Tabletop Simulator?
Oh, I put the Twitch over it, so I'm like reading the chat. Now I see it. I have several questions for how you responded to things, but on the other hand, I don't want to answer or respond to them either. I simply
Oh,
am
she's
going
like
to not.
slowly shrinking now. Now she's like
Congrats.
Z-sized.
What? Sized? Are you implying I'm small? You're right.
No, I'm implying you're squirt. Short,
I'm squirt.
itty bitty.
I am itty bitty. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little.
A good size for tossing across the room like a sack of potatoes.
Yes, I'm very, very good to toss. No one suspects a little guy that's thrown across. That's exactly why I steal things.
I think I'm going to end stream with on that note, just so we can say
Yeah.
goodbye and.
Goodbye.
Thank you for attending this conspiracy corner. We will see if this ever happens again. I mean, it might because I'm planning on. I was planning on having it happen this session, but it's probably going to be next session at this rate. I was planning on having you guys level up to level 2.
Oh.
Um, and also it might be fun to have like a sit down and like conspiracy corner at the end of the campaign because then you know all the secrets.
And we can
Except for
also,
the secrets
share
that
notes.
that might be saved if we ever do a part 2.
Yeah. Understandable.
But bye, chat.
Bye bye. It was a wonderful
Bye.
time.